I'm not sure where Katie is. She did say she'll be joining shortly. I don't know where she's gone or what she's doing. She may join us at some point.
What shortly means?
Lost the original.
What do you mean you've lost the original?
No,
There's an original to lose.
Yep.
An original Katie?
Yes. Well, she was taking too long, so we cloned her. But okay, so we're live. We're ready to roll. Okay then. No, maybe roll 20. Come on, work with me here. Work with me, please.
Give me the fin. No.
That's not it. It's half frozen, and I've got Danny in a really weird position. As Chrome is completely gone into not responding, and it's back just as I was about to threaten it. Anyway, I'm just going to shut up and talk. Yeah.
You do that.
You do that.
It's been a busy day.
Boo.
Anyway, so what happened last session? What did happen last session? Oh God.
Shopping.
You were here.
Yeah. Last session I weren't here. Danny, please. Okay, so in the last session, the last canon session anyway, our intrepid adventurers of unknown name ventured down to Longsaddle for basically what was a glorified shopping trip. Crafting, getting the lovely,
Best thing ever.
getting Scave's best friend Arlen to craft some armor for Johanna, Scave, Ranos, I think.
No, I didn't get any.
Oh no, it was Theo and Ranos and Johanna.
Zero.
got-
Bodger.
And of course, Bodger the Magnificent gained his own custom-made, awesome scale mail type thing, and now
love
jingles very slightly as he runs.
So cute.
Also gaining a few potions from Alice, a sleep tonic, some potions regeneration, and also Scaife managed to make himself some nightshade poisons. Okay, sorry, I was wondering where the rattlesnake came from. And I've lost my train of thought. I've just got people popping in and out of Roll20 like nothing, so I've just...
Yeah, Roll20 is awful at the moment. What's going on?
They were both... I think
We went down and we bought stuff. That happened.
They were boasting 2 million followers, players recently. Apparently their servers can't handle 2 million players.
Can't handle 6 from what I can see.
Apparently not. Anyway,
No.
So following your lovely shopping trip, everyone made their way north towards the city or the town, the place named Corvin. Upon travelling towards Corvin, after a few days of travelling up from Longsaddle, you guys notice a change in the environment, the atmosphere.
Dead trees.
Yeah, sorry, I keep hearing noises on Skype. I'm trying to catch up who's doing it, and every time I look, I lose my focus. So I'm going to stop looking at Skype. I'm just going to sit here and keep my hands to myself. So you found basically lots of clouds, very dark in the sky, bit cold, bit chilly, dead trees, no wildlife. Looked pretty grim, to be honest. Looked like no, nothing there. Didn't look very good. Headed up towards the town of Corvin, this relatively large, very nice, very recent, very nicely built, very well defended ex-military installation / barracks that now is turned into a town. After having a bit of a chat with some of the guards, you learned a little bit of the history of the town and some of the recent goings on. You were let in and made your way to the Three Horseshoes Inn, having a little bit of a chat with Chris the barkeep. Again, pretty much just reinforcing what the guards had told you beforehand about the recent goings on, and then purchasing some rooms, settling down for some drinks for the evening. And where we left off, so everyone is currently sat in the Three Horseshoes Tavern.
Have you got them up for it yet?
No, and I'm not putting one in there because effort.
We like taverns.
Yeah, but if I use all my tavern maps now, I mean, I'll have none for later. So, there are only so many tavern maps in the world. So we rejoin our adventures with our intrepid group sat around one of the tables in the Three Horseshoes Inn. The waitress Halia has recently brought over some drinks, waters, ales, wines, and the like, and and you're all sat down around. Around you, you have relatively well-dressed folk sipping on fine wines, chortling, having a sensible chuckle, being complete ruffians, and you are surrounded by the atmospheric sounds of lutes and harps and the like, as a gentle atmospheric music fills the air. What would you want to do? As a reminder, you have procured a room each for the night as well.
Hey, is the barmaid still there?
She's around.
No, I go up to Chris at the bar.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
One more thing, I wanted to ask about. Is there like a library in the city?
A library, he says.
Or an archive of some sort?
Let me have a think. Nothing comes to mind, unfortunately. Has a think, kind of rubs his chin. No, I don't think we've got any libraries or large stores of books, unfortunately. I understand that the castle has a reasonably impressive study with almost a small library itself. Actually, I've never seen it myself, only heard the tales. And I think the Ravencrests that we talked about earlier, they boast a similar collection. So either of those have a decent... No, I wouldn't say a library. A study is the best word for it. If you're looking for a proper library or an archive or something along those lines, Mirabar is probably your best bet, or Neverwinter if you don't fancy a long trek.
Okay. Thanks for the information.
That's fine. Can I... everything okay with your drinks? Shall I send... Do you need some more sending over?
Probably.
If he's
I'll look
looking
over
at
at the
us,
others.
I am nodding. If he's looking at us, I am nodding. I am nodding
Looks
a lot.
over. I'll send...
Just keep him coming.
Yeah, jump too.
I'll send...
John's still awake, so we definitely haven't drunk enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I'll send Halia back over in a few minutes. Don't you worry. And he goes back to polishing his wine glass. It's not the time, cat.
Meow.
So what's our planning, Corvin? How are we gonna handle this? Obviously, we need to talk to the
Baroness.
yeah.
I still don't trust her.
You've never
There
met
is
her.
something
Met her yet.
hinting
Just
I
don't
will
trust
fall
anybody.
onto my judgment.
going. Especially nobility. I just don't trust anybody. I don't know.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they're perfectly
Why
nice.
is that, Johanna?
What?
Why is that? Why don't you trust anybody?
Because 9 times out of 10, they're holding something back from you, or they're lying to you, or they're going to betray you, or they're working on their own agenda. That is what happens.
Isn't
with
everyone
humanity in general.
though? Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah, I think probably a sensible amount of respect for others' agendas is in order, especially around royalty or the like, nobility.
Nobles are assholes anyway, so you never know what they're doing.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Welcome, Katie slash
Hi.
Mira. Welcome to here from the safety of your car.
My car. Yep.
Um,
The store I was going to that has free Wi-Fi isn't open yet. Doesn't open till 2. So I'm outside using the Wi-Fi.
I
Oh, honey.
just saying, I can't advocate. I don't know if there's any laws against it, but don't D&D and drive. It's not good for you.
Come on, fine.
That's why it says run D&D.
Yeah.
Do it while you're walking.
Anyway, so I
I miss.
no. Brains. I wasn't expecting.
Nothing yet, Katie. We're just drinking.
Drinking.
We're just
at the
drinking,
bar.
same as you left us last time.
So yes,
So standard.
probably shouldn't put every ounce of trust we have into the nobility, but I
Okay,
still
what about
think
these
we should.
Raven?
I mean, as
Ravenclaws.
long as we're not going to be spending a huge amount of time, like, just
We should check them out first before we make
yeah. I'm
final judgment. I think.
I'm sure for a short amount of time where you don't have any kind of unknown systems to follow, it's going to be okay. You guys are okay, so I'd rather not have you guys done. Yet.
Thanks.
Yet.
I think.
Yeah, you aren't bad.
So at this point, the barmaid Halia wanders back over to the table. As you can see, she's got like a tray under her arm. So it looks like she's been running around a bit. It's a busy night tonight. She comes over. Can I get you any more drinks, ladies, gentlemen?
All the drinks.
Take one. Yes.
All
Yes,
the drinks.
please.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes with another round for you. She scuttles off.
That's not all.
Sorry, did you say something? She turns.
It's fine.
Are you sure?
That's fine.
And she kind of stands there just for a second, like, no, sure, and then goes.
Nathan, how big is the town?
So previously you asked for the population and you were told a few hundred.
Okay.
So it's not a huge place, but it's not a tiny little hovel or area. You got from what you've seen walking down the streets. It's a decent enough sized town, and as you're walking down the cobbled streets, you did see a few signposts for like market, and so it's got its own like market district, a housing district, and stuff like that.
I
As
mean,
we
it's
said,
big enough to have a library. Come on.
unfortunately, it doesn't have a
Really
library
succeed.
because apparently nobles don't read.
I was
They
promised
really
a library.
Uh,
I was promised
the-
a library.
So just what you missed, Ranos did ask about a library and was told that both the Baron and the Ravencrest family boast an impressive study with lots of books, but no library as such.
You know what I mean. They have stuff.
So,
I
yes.
could talk to the people at the streets. They tend to have ears everywhere. They tend to be in the know of what's happening. I have my ways of talking to them. If you want to ask them first.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Give us
I'm
some kind
I'm
of
open
insight.
to you doing whatever you think will give us an advantage.
Whatever gets you out to the bar
It's
and flirting
probably-
with the bartenders.
I
It's
pull out
probably
a
best
small
off.
necklace with a red stone. I'm sorry. That I looted from the Bandit King
Yes.
so many moons ago,
It's like,
and I ask around
That
the
feels
people.
like ages.
You think this is worth anything? Someone could appraise this for
Can I
me?
see it?
so sorry, are you asking around in the bar or?
No, just our
Table.
group.
Okay, sorry.
Can I roll with
Is it?
that?
If anyone wants to roll, to appraise it, just roll a standard.
I want to make a roll because I love stuff, and I
Those of you
I like
who want to
shit.
roll to appraise this piece of jewellery, roll me a straight intellect check. Or intelligence.
Yeah, I used to
Okay.
steal. I used to steal that kind of stuff. So and then they go off.
I'm going to look at it interested, but not really appraise it.
Definitely not.
I told you.
I'm
totally appraising.
I think it's worth millions.
So, I'll wait for you.
That's a saving throw. I don't know what I'm pressing. Nathan, can you press my thing?
Oh,
I don't know what I'm
Um,
pressing.
I've never been asked that so directly.
That was That was a saving throw.
that's
I'm
fine.
having
That,
Rolling.
that'll still work.
You rolled a
That
16
was the
and a
work.
1. It does the same thing.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so Thero, you look at this and you go, you pretty sure when you were travelling through Netherwinter, the guy who you thought was probably the king of Netherwinter wore a necklace just like this. I mean, this has got to be worth at least 100 platinum. I mean, keep hold of that, boy.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying.
The rest of you. It's a simple gold necklace. It's got a small stone. It's red, but it's not. It doesn't look like a ruby that you've seen before. Some other kind of red gemstone, but not as valuable as a ruby. And I can't think of a gemstone on top of my head.
Garnet.
A garnet, perfect.
So
you
if we're playing
estimate
Skyrim.
it's probably worth about 50 gold, if that.
Yeah.
It's nice, but it's pretty low class jewelry, unfortunately.
Okay. Can I have it back?
It's okay.
Thera, would you like
It's
to try and
nice.
steal it for its immense value?
I think that'd be.
Zero is interested in money.
At this point, as you're passing the necklace around for you, Halia comes back, tray full of drinks, sets a few down. She turns to you and says, "Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you guys look like you might be out of town. Is that right? May I ask
Kind of.
where you've travelled from?"
Well done.
South.
East.
Southeast?
West.
West? She kind of looks around, a bit confused. So you're quite well travelled? You've been around the area quite a bit?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't suppose that you... She kind of you can see she looks a little bit nervous now, and she's kind of rubbing her hands together. She goes,
Oh, darling.
I don't suppose that you've come across my sister in your travels, have you? About my height, build, long dark hair. Her name's Alicia. She went missing a few weeks ago.
Weeks ago. Whereabouts do you think she went?
I don't know. The last she was last seen leaving work at the Ravencrests. She was a servant girl there, and
Oh shit.
I asked around, and they said they saw her leaving the house.
Pull out a small
I
ring.
start poking Vanos. I start poking him very, very gently. Like,
I take out the ring.
What is this thing?
Does this look familiar to you?
Takes it from your hand, looks at this does look familiar. Yeah, I think I saw her wearing this a few times. Where did you find it? And you can see what was previously a very nervous, shaky face. You can see hope in her eyes.
Yeah, I think you want to sit down. Sit down.
Take a seat, yes.
Oh, okay.
Is this
Have a drink.
better-
Have a drink.
Is that better said outside in private? In a full
Yeah,
tavern?
we should probably.
I take her out. So
Uh,
we need to talk.
Chris, I'm just stepping out for a moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she follows you outside.
John as well.
So who's going outside with
I-
her? So
I
Nira,
am.
Oh, yeah.
Skaith, Johanna. Are you all just going to get up and go out?
No, I'm still.
We gotta have somebody to keep
Yeah,
the table.
I'll
We gotta have
stay-
somebody
I'll
to
stay
keep
with
the
John.
table.
Table.
Okay,
I'll
so
stay with John.
Jump, Thero, Ranos. Ranos, you staying or going?
I'm not good with that, I'm staying. But I do press the badge and I whisper, make sure that you get the ring back, we might need it.
Yeah.
Dear.
Ranos the tactical as always. So
Yeah.
the three of you and
This ring is my in, so
the three of you and Alicia head out to the back door where you left the wagon and horses before. And she,
Wait, the sister is called Alicia, is she not?
sorry, yes, Halia comes with you. Alicia rises from the grave.
Whichever one.
And follows
Again.
again.
They're twins. They get confused all the time. It's fine.
Yeah. Heads out. So Halia and the three of you head outside. She kind of she leads you outside and kind of goes off just to kind of at the side, on the other side of where the horse and cart are currently parked up. What is it? And
Oh, yeah.
As you walk outside, you can see the nervousness and the whole hand rubbing has started again. Please, what happened?
I'm very, very sorry. We did come across a girl matching the description of Alicia. But she has passed away. And I'm so sorry.
She starts to say, "Are you sure?" And then you just see tears streaming down her face. She just breaks down sobbing, drops to the ground,
give
and
her a
she drops.
Oh
to the,
yeah, I go for the hug.
She go.
I just stand awkwardly.
We all go. Everyone goes in for a group hug at the same time. You clash. Everyone bounces off.
I'm bigger. Back up. Back
So,
off.
yeah, she starts to collapse down onto her knees, and Skaith, you manage to catch her and hold her, and she just starts sobbing into your shoulder. You murmuring words, but doesn't seem to be understanding anything that you're saying. You can't
I'm
understand
gonna
anything
go.
she's saying.
Yeah. Lift her chin up and just go. This is my specialty. She died easy and without pain. She didn't suffer. She doesn't have to.
She's still sobbing, but she kind of just nods.
It's okay.
Lots of tears. She was the only family I had here. No. But
And sometimes they
What-
go. But she
just-
would want you to be happy
What?
and to keep going.
Where was she? What happened? What happened?
We found her in a watchtower to the south of here.
Why? What was she? Why? What was she doing there?
Bandits took her. But she's part of a bigger story. And we're investigating it. And we're gonna get the truth. Your sister, she will be avenged. Justice will be got. We will make sure that her life isn't in vain.
As you say that, she just bursts back into tears and goes back onto your shoulder. You can hear a few muffled thank yous as you can start to feel your shoulder getting a bit soggy. A few muffled tears.
My shoulders are pretty much already like numb to any feeling at this stage.
But she thanks you and just for the next couple of minutes she just stays there and after a few minutes just gets up, wipes her face, tries fans herself a little bit. I need to get. I need to go home. She says, "Can you tell Chris I had to go?"
Wait.
Go deal with your grief, darling.
1 second. The ring might be vital to the investigation. It might get us information that we need. I know it's a hard time and it's your memory of her. And I promise to give it back to you once we get what we need. But we need that ring right now.
You can see she's clutching onto it very tightly at the moment, and she kind of looks down on it.
It could be
Sniffs.
it's the only link we have between your sister and what happened.
You can see she's clearly torn by this, and hands it out to Nera. Fine, but please, it's all I have
I'll
of
make sure
her.
you get it back.
Thank you.
Definitely make sure this gets back to you, I promise.
She kind of mumbles, I should go, and just turns and heads out the way you guys came in with the wagon, walking pretty slowly, kind of almost as in a bit of a daze, but heads off round the corner and down the street. You can hear the footsteps on the cobblestone. Clop, clop. Not clop clop. She's not a horse, but.
Wearing really heavy shoes.
Yeah, but she walks around the bar a lot. She's got to have sturdy shoes. She's wearing clogs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Saying
I
you just
turn
hear
to the
her
other
footsteps.
two.
Okay, you go. And I'll follow
Sorry,
up.
sorry. I was just gonna turn to the other two and go, do I follow her to make sure she gets home safe?
If you like. Might be a good
As long as
idea.
you don't try. Be a gentleman, Scathed, but yes.
mistrust.
I'm gonna
Runs deep in this
Follow.
group.
I'm gonna flick the hood up and then follow
Okay then.
As
stealthily.
soon as they're
Make
both
me a
out shot, I'm
stealth
turning
check.
to Nero, going, "That was the vampire girl, right?"
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Okay.
A bit of guidance.
And we just told
You
the
can
vampire girl's sister
you
she
managed
should type her
to
bandits.
Okay.
you managed to
I'm
follow
just being nice at people. It's weird.
Skaith. You managed to follow behind a good 60 feet behind, sticking to the shadows. You kick a bucket as you go forward, and as you do so, you can see Alicia turns around. You dart into an alleyway. You just make a
Hell yeah.
really bad cat
yeah.
sound. As she goes, you can see her shrug her shoulders and carry on
He
walking.
has prestidigitation. He should be able to do a perfect cat sound.
Okay, you do a really good cat
Yeah.
sound. And you follow her for about. Doesn't take long.
So many cats. Too many cats.
Anyway, you follow for about 10 minutes. It doesn't take long. It's down a few of the cobbled streets, and then you see her get to one of the houses. As you walk through, you can kind of see you walk past several very nice, large manors, 3 or 4 stories high. And as you go further and further towards the outskirts of the town, you can see the buildings they're still nice, but less and less extravagant.
Okay.
2-story houses, single-story bungalow type things. All pretty nice, still quite new, but nowhere near as extravagant as what you've seen before. And you see Alicia get to one of those, unlocks the door,
Hallier.
and pops in. Hallier, thank you. Alicia jumps out of the shadows and eats
Bex
her.
and backs again, all over again. I swear to God.
The woman that you're stalking
Twins.
goes into her house and doesn't seem to notice that you followed her.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk back, but I'm gonna look out for anyone that I think is like a street kid, any kind of kid or just any kind of homeless type.
So, make an investigation check for me.
Investigation. Ooh,
Excellent. By the way, just before you do that,
Ooh,
Charles, if you're
fancy.
there, I still actually can't see you. If you want to do a reconnect for me, just so I can see you.
Can you see me now, by the
I
way?
can see everyone but Charles at the moment, and strangely, Natasha looks very two-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
at the
very-
moment,
I'm very
kind
flat.
of halfway through stuff, so
that's
I don't
fine.
want to lose what I'm doing.
Anyway, and now I've lost Katie.
I had to refresh.
That's fine. Don't worry. So Skaith, as you
So that's someone rolling actual
it's
dice.
all right.
Charles
It's all right,
rolling.
Jacob. I'll wait for you. You go.
sorry.
Just keep playing with your dice. We'll wait for you.
Dice are fun.
You done?
I'm done.
Excellent. Okay, Skaith. So as you
Oh,
walk
bless
through
his
the streets, it is getting quite late now. You can see several lamps and lanterns have been lit to light the streets, and even with your eagle eyes, there are no homeless people around. There are no people skulking around in dark alleys. There are no street urchins running around. Anyone you come across seems to be dressed in nice clothes, wandering up and down the streets. A few of them give you a strange look as you're wandering around with this dark hood, skulking around, just looking under bins and stuff for kids. But as you make your way back across the 10 minutes it takes to get back, you don't come across anyone matching the description of what you're looking for.
Okay.
Either they
Okay,
have
I
a
just-
shelter for them, or there aren't any.
Ew,
I
and then
just-
why aren't there?
Because
I
they're
just
all
head back.
vampires.
I head back to the tavern, so
After
Okay.
Skaith left, I would have went straight back in, handed the ring to Renos, and then went and told her boss.
So as you mentioned it to Chris, he seems a bit confused. How much are you telling him?
I'm just telling him that she received some bad news about her sister, who had been missing, and she needed a little bit of time to finish herself.
Okay. says, "Okay, I understand." He kind of leads you to believe that she'd been worrying about this quite a lot, and he
Since she'd been
understands.
gone for 2 weeks, so I mean,
Yeah. So he understands. Just gives you a knowing nod, and thanks you for letting him know and being there for her as you return to your table. And at that point, doesn't take long. Skaith returns back in through the back door of the tavern, rejoining you at your table.
You okay? Is everything okay?
She made it home. On the way back,
Yeah.
I was looking for any kind of street kid, homeless, that kind of type. There's not a single one I could see in the town.
That's weird.
It's like the town is only upper class.
Even back home, that was the parish's job. It's what we did to take care of those less. I mean, Vanos, you've mostly travelled. Surely this is weird, right?
This is weird, yeah.
has anyone seen a place that might be sheltering them? Maybe they've just built a shelter.
Like a parish, a sanctuary.
We seen something like that?
Maybe we could ask Chris what's up with that.
Yeah. I
Oh shit!
go up to Chris, order a shot of whiskey, down it, and just ask. The streets are very clean and safe at night in this town.
Yes, it's one of the things. He hands you the shot and says it's on the house. Yes, one of the things we pride ourselves here on here in Corvin, we live in a relatively small town, but it's well looked after, well kept, and well protected. Ask anyone around. We have very little trouble in these areas with crime, thievery. It's a very well kept community, and to be honest, I think that's more to do with so he kind of spreads his arms, look around. These are the types of people who live and inhabit this town. When the Baron offered large grants for people to come and start new lives here in this town, but it still took a considerable amount to settle here and move everything.
What's guards like? Are they strict, or is it just that in general everyone's well kept?
The city guard, they tend to. They're in a low tension environment. The city guard, you may have met some already. I find in my personal experience to be quite relaxed. They're mainly here to keep the peace should the need arise, and very rarely does it arise. Head up to the castle and you have a chat with Heinrich's boys, and a bit of a different story. They're a bit more hardy, a bit more strict is a good word for it up there, but in town, not really.
Do they have a drunk house? Ask him if they have somewhere to put the drunk people. Any kind of jail.
What happens if anyone gets too rowdy?
We have a barracks near the centre of town. It has a small brig, a small jail system below it. If anyone's getting a bit leery, or causes a bit of trouble, a night in there generally sorts them out.
Okay, thank you very much. And I leave like 5 silver tip on there.
He slides off. Thank you. And
Yeah.
pockets it.
And I just head back to the table and just say, According to Chris, town has barely any crime. The Baron gave huge grants to entice people to come here, so only the rich really came. There's nothing much in terms of crime. They do have a barracks where they hold the drunk, but anyone could be drunk. They're not going to be quite what I'm looking for.
I just thought, seeing what kind of holding things they do, what they do with anyone who might be a criminal element, if they have that, at least. I mean, it's worrying if they say they don't have anything. But I'm going to go again.
Is it not odd to have no crime? Even amongst a town where everybody who lives here is rich, surely skates that would attract you.
If you're in a town with
Yeah.
rich people.
This is especially odd.
Thievery.
Johanna,
Maybe should spend the night in town, see what.
Johanna, are we going to visit the jail?
There is one. Oh. And did they tell you how often it gets used? What it gets used for? No.
From Chris, it just sounds like people who get too rowdy.
I don't trust this place. It's pretty, but I don't trust it. Everything is wrong. No.
I've got a Hunger Games feeling about this place.
What?
Have you read that book as well? That tome by the dwarf bard. It was a fantastic series. Kaskin wouldn't let me read it, so I snuck it. It was amazing.
It's a nice cookbook, yeah.
So, as one of the things you kind of notice as there seems a slight lull in your conversation, you just from the behind you, you hear a small outburst of cheering, small children. Yeah, yay! And you can, as you turn, you can see an older man, greying beard, bald-on head. It looks like he's telling some kind of story or a tale. To a group of children kind of sat around him near the fireplace. You can't quite hear what's going on, but it appears to have just reached some form of climactic conclusion.
Can I read lips on that?
Not from this distance. You're not getting a good eye, and he doesn't seem to be saying much at the moment. So unfortunately not.
I feel like he just got done saying something really exciting.
You get the idea of you can kind of you've seen this familiar scene before of kids and sometimes adults like gathered around someone telling old tales and stories. That's kind of that's the feel that you get from this at the moment.
Whereabouts in the bar are they situated? Are they near the bar? Or?
If you imagine the bar's like quite a long rectangle. You guys are quite near the bar on one side, and they're on the far corner near the hearth. So it's not a huge place, but it's probably a good 20 foot from you. Maybe a little bit more.
If you put a cloak on Job, we could pretend he's a child and send him in.
Slightly drunk and tipsy child.
I'm very tired.
Oh, honey.
Very good child.
Oh, God.
You are perfect. Never change. You're perfect.
Is there a way to get close without being creepy and obvious?
That's what I was kind of thinking. Could I go prop up the bar near there?
He did say adults were over there too, right?
You can. It's mainly children around at the moment. They are near the hearth, and you can see one or two people seem to be stood next to the hearth, toasting their hands and having a drink, kind of leaning near the hearth.
Somebody walk over there with Jump and pretend to be his parent.
Looks to be a popular spot in the pub where the cool kids hang out near the hearth.
I'm a cool kid. I'll go over. With
Do
a drink in
that.
hand.
Child. I'm a child.
So who's
Well,
going?
I'm too old.
So who's going off to the hearth? Just Ranos or anyone going with you?
Me too.
I'm scared I might scare them, so I'll stay over here.
Or maybe put your tail in the fire. That could be
Come on,
interesting.
boy.
Mommy's gonna stay behind because Mommy doesn't deal with actual children very well.
Okay, so Jomp pops a small cloak around him. And we just lost somebody. That's Katie's batteries just died. Jomp and Ranos head up towards the hearth. Jomp kind of zipping in and out of the tables, and akin to a small child who's just had his first sugary sweet
Beer.
or beer. Yeah, that probably works. As Ranos, you kind of trudge behind him, like, he goes, no, and give him a few things, and you find yourself by the hearth, near the hearth. You can see several children like sat round in a semicircle nearby. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna sip for my drink and listen to the scene playing out.
John, what are you doing?
I want to sit down with the children, and I want to ask, is it story time?
Make me a performance check. No, make me a deception check.
This is the best and yet worst idea I've had.
Let's see. Performance? No, deception.
Deception, yes. You're trying to deceive this poor child. he kind of turns to you like, looks at you like, what? And just kind of completely ignores you.
Sir.
And this is just a small child, probably no more older than 10. Sorry.
Oh, he's talking
probably
to the children.
quite young. Probably he's only about 6-7 years old. He kind of looks at you. You're weird. And turns back to listen to the old man. And now you're a bit closer. You can see this older man. John, from where you are, and from your you know a lot about physique and physical training, and you get the idea this man was once quite a imposing and well-built individual. Now the ravages of time have seemed to have caught up with him a bit. He's got a long greying beard. It's not quite completely there, but it's definitely speckled. Relatively neat. Bold. Pretty much bald head, small like ring of hair that you generally get with a lot of receding hairlines. One of the things that you do notice is he seems to be missing a leg as well. So he's got metallic, almost a prosthetic. It's crude but looks effective. And he sits down, claps his hands together, and goes, "All right then. One more, and then we're off to bed." And he starts to regale what you determine. And Ranos, you can hear this as well as you're kind of just sits propped up against the hearth, just casually sipping your wine. And he starts to recount a heroic tale of war and battle. Of a brave few soldiers standing up against a mighty horde of orcs, battling them out, winning the day, triumph against the odds, being led by the brave General Rosova himself. And over the next 10-15 minutes, he recounts this heroic tale of him, fellow soldiers, the Baron, fighting down what appears to be a huge amount of orcs, even disabling and destroying one of their battle wagons in the process. The kids sit along, eyes wide, just staring and transfixed at the story. And as the last orc is dispatched, another cheer roars out from the children. Do you join in, John?
Yeah, of course.
And children and John, yay! He goes, "All right, kiddies, all right. That's enough. Back to Mummy and Daddy. I might have some more for you tomorrow if you're good." Reaches over and grabs the beer, has a good swig. Just as the children start to get up and filter out back through the bar.
Can I?
John, do you stay there, or are you getting up?
Yeah, I'm staying there, and No, I'm going back to Ranos. I'm gonna go stand with Ranos.
As the children and John kind of filter out and Ranos, you feel Job just tugging at your trouser leg. Get out of here.
That's quite the impressive tale, sir.
Oh. Sorry. As you kind of approach him, you kind of sputters on his beard. Oh, sorry, ba. Call me Sildar. And you are?
I'm Ranos of Onwall, and I shake his hand.
Gives you a nice, very firm, iron grip of a handshake. Nice to meet you, Ranos.
And I'm John.
Nice to meet you, John. But he puts his hand down. Turns back to Ranos. Did your... It actually comes down to you, John. Did you enjoy the story, Sonny?
Yeah, it was real good. I love the way you cut the heads off the orcs.
Ah, yes.
That was
Grand
really exciting.
times it was. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't recognise the two of you. You're new in town.
Yeah, we're from the south of Waterdeep.
Ah, excellent. Well, it's good to see new faces around here sometimes.
Yeah, got quite a beautiful city up here.
Oh yes, it's a lovely place.
Quite gem.
Ah yes.
All very nice and neat, I must say. That's very unusual. Keeping good care of your community.
Well, you see, we've got a lot of old veterans like me that sit around this. We don't take any crap, you see. And I think a lot of people know that.
I walk over to him.
So you probably haven't heard most of this at this point, just so you know. You can see, so from where you are, Skaith, you can see that... cat. You can see that Ranos and Job have approached us now talking to this individual, but you don't know what really preceded it, the tales that they told. But carry on.
I spot the leg. I go, so is that a war wound you have there? Very sorry about it.
Yeah. Damn orc.
How long ago?
Damn orc took me leg. About 25 years ago, nearly. No, 20 odd years ago.
It's interesting.
I took his head, but he took me leg. Fair trade, I think.
Interesting prosthetic.
Yeah, I quite like it myself. Gift it was.
A gift?
Yeah.
I know few skilled enough in that trade. Who was it that fitted that?
Dwarven lad. What was his name? Oh. Balron. Yeah, that was it. Up in Miramar. Good lad he was. Provided a lot of weapons and stuff for the war.
Sorry, Balrun, did you say?
Balrun. Balrun.
Thank you.
Good lad. He's used to made weapons, but he made this for me. Didn't he? Just 'cause, I think. Grateful for our efforts in the war. Not many orcs don't leave many people alive. You don't get a lot of situations like this, unfortunately. Guess he was thankful or something.
Thank you very much for your service.
That's all right. So I didn't catch your name, lad.
Skaith.
Sildar.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I give him a firm handshake.
He gives you an iron grip of a handshake. Like you just put your hand in a vice. You get the feeling this: if Arlen was to give you a handshake, it'd be like this.
Yeah.
And you just have you have flashbacks. Now he says, kind of addresses. I assume you guys are together, as a group, not like
Yeah, as a group. Yeah, we're a traveling band.
You gonna be in town for long?
Maybe. We'll see what turns up.
Well,
you've noticed.
Go on.
We've noticed the weather around and the trees and the absence of wildlife.
Yeah, it's a bit crap, isn't it? Been like that for a little while now. Couple of weeks, bit more. Scratches his head, trying to think. Yeah. Last I heard, they're looking for some mage, see if they can get some kind of idea about it. But
do you think we could help out? We have some magic users among us.
well, Baroness is the one to talk to.
I hear that.
Baroness up at the castle is one to talk to. She's a sword in her hat.
She will take public audiences?
Yeah, most of the time. If she's not going to any appointments, she's generally pretty good at seeing people if it's urgent, or if you think you can help. I'm sure she'll see you. You might have to convince Heinrich though. Stubborn bastard he is, but.
Oh, that's the captain of the watch?
Yeah, that's it. Fought a lot.
Any advice about him?
Be straight with him. He don't take. He can sniff a lie 30 miles off. Weird like that.
Impressive.
He knows what he takes his job seriously. But he's damn good at it as well. And if he thinks you're even if he reckons you're any kind of threat to Baron, the town, anything, he won't hesitate to put you in your place. If you know what I mean.
Of course.
But get on his good side. He's a good lad. When he's off duty, sometimes down here he'll have a good drink and stuff. But when he's working,
So you fought in the wars against the orcs. Do you recognize this? And I open my sketchbook and show him the banner of the Black Hand.
Yeah, I recognise that. Standards that them orcs was carrying. Didn't stop
From
to
the
ask
wars
him what
before?
it meant. Stabbed him instead.
Good choice. I close the book.
That's what I thought at the time. That's what I think now.
So that's their war banner.
Yeah. That was the stories I was telling the kids. True. We managed to take out these orcs. They generally carry when they're travelling into war. They generally take these big ass carts, load them up with weapons and shields and loot. Very important to them, and we smashed the fuck out of it. Covered in these banners, it was.
Okay.
Wasn't very happy about it. Well, if there's anything else, I hope you have. Yeah, what's that? Well, I've got a hard day's drinking to get in. Lot talking, parches the lips, if you know what I mean. So
And we should probably get back to our table.
all right, laddie. Like, if you want to hear some more stories, if your dad will let you. He says the word "dad" with a slight.
I shudder.
Then you're welcome to come and hear some more tales tomorrow.
After some more beer.
This kind of gives you a curious look, Rados.
It's just very thin beer. He's
And
fine.
I run off with my arms raised towards the table.
He goes, just be careful.
He thinks it's beer anyway. I just let it.
Oh. Good.
It builds
He
character.
gives you a knowing nod. Toasts you. And chugs a drink and just kind of turns to the table that he's been sat at. Where he's got... where over the course of the conversations he's been having, about 3 or 4 additional flagons of ale have just appeared on the table as people have brought them over. And he's like, he kind of rubs his hands. And Carrie just starts arranging them. You think, which one should he drink first? And you guys head back towards your table where the rest of the group are.
What time is it now?
So it's getting pretty late now, so give you a rough idea, probably 9-10 o'clock.
I'm gonna head off to my room. And
I'm telling everyone about Heinrich and the Orc banner.
Yeah, you spend a few minutes relaying all the information you've learned from Sildar, the veteran, and his metal leg, and his tales to the group.
The stuff
So,
about the
I
orcs
think-
is interesting.
Sorry. Forgot to unmute my mic. He thinks it magic might be behind this?
And the weather phenomenon. The weather.
Weather?
Sorry.
Weather?
Probably
Weather?
seems fairly unnatural.
She's had one too many.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe something not entirely arcane, but maybe nature-based.
Possibly.
That's none of us.
I guess we'll find out once the mage gets here, or maybe we can help out.
Possibly.
Yeah. Good thing we won't have to lie to Heinrich if he's so adept at sniffing out deceivers.
But surely that's your trade.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes not lying is, you know,
But are
The best
you
something you can do as
sure?
well.
Are you really sure? As long as it's for a good cause.
Sure, I'll lie. Don't worry. But as we're having an audience anyway, I don't think it'll be
Well,
necessary.
I'm
It'll be that easy
thinking.
to get an audience with the lady, then probably won't have to lie.
But are we going to go to the Raven Quest first, or?
I think we should go to the Baroness first. We don't really have any business with the Raven Crest people.
I think we should go to bed.
Get the Baroness permission to be in the city, and then we can talk to the Raven
Yeah.
Crest.
Just get a lay of the land first.
Okay.
See if there's anything specific we can help her with. If we do her a favor, she might give us free reign.
She also might be able to tell us more about, what's going on with the Baron, or what's going on with the orcs.
And the weather.
The
And
weather's
the
very
everything.
important.
And the vampires. I'm sure they come from here. There's something weird going on. I don't like it.
We should also talk
Probably
to
that we're not.
the poor bar girl again. I think we should interview her about
Interview.
the circumstances of her sister's disappearance.
She doesn't know anything about that. Her sister just up and disappeared one day. She
Not-
really
but-
doesn't.
at
You don't
least
need
not
to cause
now.
that go.
She knows where she worked, what her habits were, stuff like that, which could give us a clue as to
Skates
who-
and Nira can
Time.
catch up with her later.
Give it time.
But-
She needs time to grieve. She could lost
Yeah,
her
yeah.
sister.
I absolutely
Gonna be
understand. But at some
cheaper.
point we should probably talk to her.
Give it a couple days. Okay. I'm assuming we'll be
Because-
here for a while if we're helping out with all of this. Just give it a couple days.
Yeah.
Alright, then off early in the morning.
Okay,
You guys
then.
can wake up at the same time I do for once. It's going to be amazing.
Not that early.
Nah, it's alright.
You'll see my pain.
Not that early. Yeah. No one will
I
be
only
up
have
that
4
early.
hours. I only have 4 hours anyway, so I'm probably awake most mornings by the time you leave. When we stay in the tavern.
Okay then. So the
Stay up later and only sleep for 4 hours.
I'm gonna catch Nira as we're going to bed. Going,
Yes, darling?
I don't trust this place, and I have been
Neither do
thinking
I.
that I am possibly overloaded on stuff. So I think, and I'm going to take my cloak because in game I haven't given this, and just give it to
Oh,
you.
okay. Oh, thank you.
Be less squishy. You
so
are fantastic.
Nira, as you take the cloak and you go to put it on, you realise that this cloak currently only comes probably up to where your tail ends.
Fine.
Quite short. As you put it on, though, as you kind of tie it to
Yep, your little bow.
a nice little bow, and you, after a few seconds, you feel the back end of the cloak drop. As it grows to accommodate its new, slightly taller owner.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's really
Um,
neat.
As it drops down, you get and grows. You see a little, a little flap appears on the back as well, about where the height where your tail is. It's got two little buttons on it, so it looks like it can be undone and done up whenever you like.
I'll just leave it under the. I've already got a hole cut in the back of my other thing. I'll just leave it under the cloak. It'll be fine.
So
I'll keep it in check, maybe.
the rest of you head off to your respective rooms. Each grab a key each, and off to bed. You find as you
We'll
enter
have
the
our own
rooms. Sorry. Everyone's got
All
their
our
own
own
rooms. Yes, everyone's got their
I
own
forgot about
rooms.
that.
So as you open up, you can see the rooms are simple, but also they're simple in terms of what's furnished in them, but they are nicely decorated. So beds are nice and comfy, nice big closet where you can hang bits and bobs, a desk with drawers, and also a footlocker sitting in them as well. A few nice curtains on the windows, a few throw cushions, that kind of thing.
Throw cushions.
It's a cozy, comfy room. As you'll get in, settle down for the night, and go to sleep. Now, at this point, is there anything else anyone wants to do before they sleep? Before I move on.
I want to go
I
over
throw my
to
pack next to the
Skate's
bed,
door.
just fall, like face first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever the person next to Nera, probably Johanna, you're kind of just looking around, and all you hear is from next door. Sorry, go on, Manos.
I wanted to go by Skate's door and just knock.
Skaith, you hear a knock at the door. Strange. Who is it?
I thought Scape had actually gone to sleep.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
here's
like I'm so in bed.
He
I'm
went-
just gonna go into the badger. And just go. Who's at my door?
Come again?
I just
He's
go and
talking
open
into his
the
little
door.
badge and just sends a message to everyone you hear. Who's at my door?
Vomit.
It's me,
Oh,
Renos.
it's not.
It's not me.
I go and open my door.
You accidentally hit it
I
this
go. What is
Sorry
it?
to sorry to disturb.
I'm
you think it would be
naked.
Sorry?
I keep my eyes dead on the center of his eyes.
Poker face. Anyway, sorry.
No, like
Alright,
you
nice.
think you elf folk, you only need to sleep for so many hours, right? You think it would be worth checking out the city by night? See if there's any truth to what the townspeople are saying about the underbelly of the city.
I was thinking of doing something. You have the chalk, don't you?
Chalk? Yeah, you want some?
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking
I
of
give-
doing some. I was thinking of putting up some signs around town. The only shady folk like I would know what it means. If they get a response, there is something here.
That's a marvelous idea. Very cool. Very good.
Okay.
Alright
So,
then.
Do you want to do it now?
Do it at your own leisure. I need 8 hours. Sorry.
Okay. So
I'm not
So what
that
he's saying
good-
is he's
good
going
at-
back to sleep.
Old man Ranos
Yeah.
needs sleep.
I'm gonna do it between like 2 and 4. So like right in the pitch dark. I'm gonna leave, walk downstairs, leave, go out. I'm just gonna walk the streets, and at every occasional alleyway, I'll just do some of the thieves' cants markings.
Okay, so as you head down into the bar, you can see empty. The front door and the back one are both locked from the inside. What you can see.
Oh, sweet! First time I get to use it with these tools.
They're locked from the inside. You could just unlock.
So using your thieves tools, you get all your little tools, and you grab the little catch, and you just turn it, click,
That was the 20.
and the door
It's
just
just so
opens up.
easy.
You kind of poke
Yeah,
your head out of the inn and have a look around. You can see along the street that you're on. You can see a few small like street lights, lanterns burning on they're quite dim. Looks like they've been burning for a little while, dimmer than they were when you were out earlier before. So you get the instinct that these are meant to burn for a bit and then kind of quieten down during the early hours. From where you are, you can also see, just turning around the corner and walking in your direction, 2 guards carrying simple lanterns. Just 2 of them down the street.
Walking towards my direction.
Walking towards you.
I'm gonna
They
go back
They
in.
don't seem to have noticed you yet.
I'm gonna go back in, wait 10 minutes, open the door, and just have a look where they are then.
If I get out the door, they're walking the other way.
I'm gonna slip out, just walk down an alleyway, and I'm just gonna walk
Make me a stealth check.
for. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh wait, no, that's sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
God.
You're gonna rob
That's
him.
better.
I'm gonna. Shall we take the first roll, guys?
No. That's
Yeah,
wrong.
you clicked the wrong button. You clicked the wrong button.
It'd be 14 because you'd add it +8 instead
Yeah.
of +6.
That's fine. So you managed to slip out. No buckets, no cats this time. As you creep along the street. So you spend the next couple of hours. Give me another 2 stealth checks. Because as you kind of head down the street, you can see there are several like crossroads of how this is built up, and you can see a few torches in the distance, so a few light sources from the corners. There are a number of guards patrolling around this the area at night. Similarly addressed to those at the front gate and on the walls as well.
Okay. Yes.
There could be something really bad. We don't know.
You manage to make your way through the night, through the streets, and you on a few alleyways in inconspicuous and dark, shadowy locations. You leave a few markings in Thieves' Cant. I'll ask you later. I'll come back to. Yeah. If you just whisper me what you want them to mean and what you're saying in Thieves' Cant. So just drop it to me message. And you successfully go through and mark. You don't get too far from where you are, even in the time you're going, because with the guards patrolling and the street lights and the lamps and ducking in and out of corners and things like that, you manage to leave about 3 or 4 of these markings in strategic places around the town, and then successfully make your way back. As you get to the front door, you just go to try and walk in, and the door is locked. And at that moment, you hear, you can see from around the corner, you can see a light source seems to be getting a little brighter. Getting brighter.
I'm gonna go around the
window,
corner
by the
into an alley.
And just gonna hide.
Yeah.
Make a stealth roll.
I'm gonna like jump into a dumpster.
Yes, very New York.
You trash baby, you.
You kind of
You finally found
You're
your
switch
way
to the
back.
window open, so if you can find it.
That's where I lived for about 4 or 5 years.
So you find some kind of like refuge pile, and you kind of just hide behind it. It smells nasty. You've got like potato peelings and dirty clothes and a soggy towel for some reason. And you see the guards walk past your alleyway and just carry on their patrol.
Into the badger, I just go, is anyone awake? Or one to let me in, please?
Don't wake anybody up.
Just roll me a straight D20, Scaife.
5.
No, nobody notices. As you kind of open up the line, you can hear several.
Yeah.
So they can hear us when we're not trying to use it.
Maybe we'll see.
Or we just laying on it.
These were designed by Garius. We don't know what they do. But Scaife, you just hear a few muffled snores, no responses.
I'm gonna.
What time is it at the moment?
It's about 4 a.m.
No, John, Bodger's not a horsey, you can't ride him.
I'm just gonna stay there then for 2 hours.
I'm just thinking because I only take 4 hours, so surely I'd wake up eventually.
Well, But you kind of, yeah. Depends when you want to.
Not quite yet.
Yeah,
Not quite.
quite-
Yet.
not quite
What time
yet.
did we go to sleep?
He doesn't
Get away
sleep
from that
though. He's
side
just in a trance. So is he not like fully aware?
Okay, Thero, you can hear this if you want to. This is the same guy who made you piss your pants. Remember? Just saying.
I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not quite yet. I'm
Okay.
not awake yet.
You
I'm
get,
just gonna
so,
say-
Scaife, you get no response, and you
I'm
just
just gonna
sit
say there for
in this
next.
pile
But
of festering rubbish for another hour.
I
You
I
can
bring
now
out-
see
I-
the torches have all gone out, and you're starting. Well, actually no, it's still dull because it's cloudy, but the torches are all starting to go out, so it's darkish still.
Ash. So when I first decide I'm just going to sit in, I'm going to bring out ZZ
Yeah.
and go. This is where I started. Gotta get welcome to the high life. And I take one of the potato peelings and let's see if he wants it.
Pop, 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 pop.
And I sit there with him on my chest. And then once the lights go off, I'm just gonna go for a run. And then I'll come back.
Make me
to
another
the-
stealth roll for running around.
Well, no, I'm just going to like it's an early morning jog.
Early morning
Like-
jog in a shady cloak.
Yeah. No shady cloud.
Okay.
I'm just jogging early in the morning.
You run past some of the guards, some of which you
A
do.
well-known medieval activity.
Yeah.
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 Jogging.
You can see
Calisthenics,
that they
totally.
look quite tired. A few of them seem to be stretching, yawning, rubbing eyes. Ugh. So glad this is over.
Stop it.
Just kind of turns and just halfway through a yawn, as you just jog past him. Give him a fine.
Like a beautiful morning, isn't it?
They just kind of follow you and just keep going. They don't give each other a look of,
These strange new people.
Do you still smell like a dumpster?
Oh.
Or did you press it off?
Yes, as you go past,
Probably.
they're like, what? Whoa! Oh! Oh! You let one off?
Okay.
Wasn't me. Have you? Hey, whoever smelt it dealt it. Whoever did the rhyme did the crime.
They both.
Fuck it. And they head back towards the barracks.
I'm going to. Once I see that it's like dawn, I'm gonna run back to the pub. Use presto like 4 or 5 times to try like get the smell off me.
You presto, and you presto, and you presto, and one more. Most of it's gone.
Yeah. And then once it's daybreak, I'm just gonna go. Can I just target one person?
Yeah.
Where I just go, Johanna. It's daybreak. Time for prayers. Time for prayers. Time for prayers.
Hey,
Oh god, you got a Scathe alarm.
It's like an
clock.
alarm clock.
Oh, just waiting for a reply. I keep on saying that until she replies.
hey, you. I will.
This is perfect.
You turned into a robot there, Tasha.
Yeah, you did. It's perfect.
I
No,
Well, that
just
was
her-
probably good
just her
impression to
talking.
somebody
yeah,
else
no,
not
that's
waking up.
fine. I
Don't
heard
you
I
really-
hate you so much. Is pretty much what I heard.
What do you- I'm up. It's be dying because that's the. That's pretty much it. All right. What do you want? I'm up.
Will you open the door, please? The front door,
Downstairs?
not your door.
Oh, I have to open my door to get downstairs.
Well, yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah, no, it's not a.
I needed that 5 minutes. Okay, I'm coming.
So,
Let me just trudge.
Johanna, as you trudge
trudge.
down the stairs, you get down and you see Chris behind the bar, moving things. He seems to be setting things up for what looks to be some kind of breakfast. He kind of gives you a strange look. Good morning, as you trudge
Morning.
towards the door, and you open the door. to see Skate
Like
standing
letting
there.
in a stray cat or puppy or something.
You just open the door.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Chris, so going somewhere, Missy? I recommend not your nightwear.
I'm going back upstairs. I have prayers to do before people get up.
And Skaith, the door is open. The door
I
is
walk
open.
in.
Oh, hey, Chris, was it you that unlocked my door last night?
Sorry, there was
He
this one girl.
Wait, so the door was
Well-
unlocked the entire time?
Chris, you get the idea. Chris probably unlocked it recently. If you needed to go out, you should have said. I would have let you out and let you back in. I didn't know. I thought I'd forgotten to lock up. Let me know next time. Anyway,
Apologies, I will.
that's all right. Kind of looks towards the doors. Just kind of rubs his nose. Anyway, breakfast will be ready in about an hour if you fancy some.
Perfect. I'm gonna go, and I just need to go check up on my things in my room. I'll be back down for breakfast.
Of course.
As Skaith walks upstairs, I'm going to be stood in my doorway with like a smirk on my face. Just like stood leaning against the wall, like, you alright?
I
I'm gonna
hate you. I hate you so much. You woke me up for this thing. And
I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna turn to Barrow and just go. You're gonna wake up and ZZ's gonna be in your bed next time. Could be worse.
The threat of all threats.
A baby lobster's going to be in my bed. I'm going to... Look, Skaith, I've had crabs before, they're not that bad.
He eats your little toe.
Oh god.
No, he'll just eat all your magic arrows.
And on that note, we're gonna have a quick 2-minute break so I can get another drink and go to the lake. So 2-minute break, food, drink,
Cool.
whatever. I'll be back in a minute.
I'm gonna go take some pictures of the space I'm in right now because I literally feel like it's a war room.
Oh,
Like,
you
legit.
look
Give
like
me
you're in a
a second.
closet or something. It's like it's dark. There's nothing around.
It's a huge room.
I want to see some.
I
can't see
photos,
anyone.
see it.
I'll
You need
show
to probably
Hang on.
do a refresh, Tom. All right, back in a
Yeah,
minute.
I
I
haven't
think
been able
everyone
to
should
see
do a
anyone all
refresh.
night.
Because I've lost everyone, and it's not coming back when you refresh. When I refresh.
Okay, I've got Nathan.
Yeah,
I've got his
weirdly,
empty
Nathan's the only one who's coming back on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's all I've got is Nathan.
Huh. D20, roll 20 shenanigans again. Probably.
It's not got the greatest of servers, has it?
Not again. No. But it's what we got, so it doesn't want to make something better.
I've been, because I'm thinking about running the game soon. I've been looking at another one called Fantasy Grounds. Don't know if you've heard of that.
No, I haven't.
It's interesting. Looking at it, it has some unique features that Roll20 doesn't really have. But I wouldn't say it's any better. I wouldn't say it's any worse. It's just different.
I just had a beer spill all over me. You know when you open a bottle and it's like fizzed up and it all just goes foaming up.
Oh, it's brutal.
That's worse. It's worse
That
when
is
someone,
brutal.
you know, when someone clanks their bottle on top of your bottle to make it fizz up. It's like the ultimate dick move.
Do people still do that?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think I've done that to someone for about 10 years.
You're so old though.
Yeah, to be honest, mate. I don't really go to places where you drink beer out of bottles anymore.
I'm back.
And I think my task that you set me is mostly done.
What are you doing, Charles? Are we allowed to know?
Your quest is complete.
Or is it a secret?
Are you looking for a reward?
You'll find out in due time. It's something that we should have done it. Well, we thought we'd done in prep work and then suddenly found we hadn't.
Where did you put
Is it like a James Bond mission?
Where is
Kinda.
he? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. How do you get rid of the other one?
Yeah, I'll get rid of it. I'll get rid of that trap card. I mean, let's have a look at this weird photo that Katie has sent us.
Oh, I've got Katie now.
You've got a
The
conference.
video.
Katie's in a conference room.
Yeah,
Apparently.
it's literally just a conference room. This is where I play Tuesdays.
I was gonna say, have you just wandered? It looks like you just wandered into someone's office or something. Like, I'm
No,
gonna play
it's
D&D here. Please clear out.
It's a game store. They sell like D&D books and like magic cards and board games.
Ah,
and
yes,
stuff. It's really good.
we have a similar shop in town. I walk past it every day, and I go, not every day. I walk past
really
it
cool.
every now and again. I go, I could spend so much money in there. No, keep away. And it's full of Warhammer stuff and all the miniatures. Like, it looks so cool, but I can't.
We don't really have.
It's a really good place to find IRL D&D groups, like for real. I've got 2 going here now.
Nice.
Started one last night. We stayed up here till like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
It was
In
really fun.
the UK, we don't really have many little gaming stores.
No, ours is called the Rift. I think the only chain we've really got is probably Games Workshop.
Yeah, GW is probably our only chain, and that's
Well, it
like
kind of killed off and absorbed all the independents.
yeah.
yeah, that's kind of it.
But yeah, we've got the Rift in
I,
our place. It's pretty small though. I don't.
I've been to Wayland in Essex, Wayland Games.
Not heard of that one myself.
That's massive. That's massive. It's huge. But yeah, that's quite a decent place. It's good for miniatures and scenery and stuff like that. I mean, books and resources they've got loads of as well. But
Yeah.
I set up an entire gaming table, a few entire gaming tables through Wayland.
Forbidden Planet is a chain, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's not really.
No, mostly there's
Testing
targets.
1 2.
Yep, we got you.
Yep. I can see people. Ooh, what's going on?
Oh no,
Yeah,
I can
Forbidden
see
Planet's-
Tom again. Oh. Oh.
Seeing
Forbidden
people
Planet's
is
more-
I
overrated.
can't see.
Seeing people is overrated. It's also fuel.
Testing 1
Don't
2.
fall into that
Yep.
mainstream.
Can you hear us?
trap.
Yeah, we can hear you.
See
We can
anyone.
hear you, Adrian.
Oh, he's gone. Hey,
Then he disappeared.
Adrian.
Adrian!
Yeah, but Danny, like,
I
Forbidden
always got
Planet's
really
more
confused by that,
books,
'cause I
isn't
think
it?
it's a girl.
Yeah.
Well, I can't hear you for whatever reason.
You can't hear us,
That's weird.
so we could say whatever we want right now. It's fine.
Like literally whatever we want.
Yeah. No, 'cause, as soon as we say something, I know he'd be like bluffing. I'm gonna insight check.
I've got this very like Adrian's photo is frozen on my screen, and it's a very blue steel like, image that I've got at the moment. He's kind of like
Yeah.
like.
Purposely posing.
I've kind of got him halfway through that. It's like motion blurred stop.
Ah,
quite
there
interesting.
we go.
Can you hear us, Adrian?
Hello?
I can.
Yay!
No.
I was just saying, Adrian, your portrait in my Roll20 is frozen, and you're kind of like in the middle of a blue steel model look, like.
Yeah.
Posing for us.
That is what he is secretly doing.
Exactly. He's
He's in
just,
the contract.
it's not
But
frozen. He's just
Why
staying
male
really
models?
still. But why male models? Anyway,
So-
okay. Are we all here then?
Yeah.
No.
I had a refresh because I couldn't see anybody.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've lost a few pictures, but I'm used to it by now. So I'm just, I've got Katie. I'm missing Jacob.
I can only see you,
Oh.
Nathan. Nope. There you go.
Yes. See?
I can see myself.
I can't see anyone.
I can see
I
Nathan.
can only
can
see
see
Nathan.
Nathan and that's it.
Yeah, I can see Nathan, and that's it.
I'm,
Yeah,
all,
me
I'm
too.
all you need, guys. I'm all you need. Anyway, so morning rises. Everyone
You don't even need that. I can tell you. Yeah.
I'm going to agree because again, turned into Robot Dasher. Robo Dash. So
Oh dear.
I
She
got two
absolutely
words.
will not stop.
Anyway, right, you rise early in the morning. Johanna slightly earlier than most, with the nice, friendly awakening from Scathe. After a while, you spend your mornings getting ready. You head down towards breakfast, where Chris hands out several breakfasty bits. It's like a nice continental breakfast. You've got nice baked goods, fresh fruit, different types of breads and things like that. And you can kind of see it's laid out buffet style for you to go and help yourselves. You can see a few people milling around in the morning. Look like they've come in from outside and just basically coming in here for a breakfast snack before going about their days.
Rich folk?
Say again, Ranos?
Rich folk?
Um,
Wealthy folk?
they're wearing nice clothes, but these aren't fancy clothes. You get from the impression of what you could see.
They have no fancy pants. Fancy skirts.
No fancy pants. Most of the people around here seem to be of the higher end of middle class, lower end of upper class types. You don't have your standard working man here, for example. But a few people that you have. This place isn't chock full of rich nobles. It's got a few more averagey people, but it's still relatively upper. But everyone seems to be chowing down to a nice selection of pastries, and you can see this.
Like everything.
Strangely, you see this relatively tall elf, long, dark hair. He's really trying to pick up a croissant. Every time he does so, it just slips from his grasp and just rolls across the table. He just can't pick it up for some reason. And he seems really frustrated by it. He seems to be cursing to the sky. Every time he goes for this croissant, he just fails miserably. But you don't seem to pay him much mind. In the end, he just gives up and walks out.
Croissants aren't that great anyway.
These are pretty good.
Most
Never underestimate the power of the croissant.
for a croissant, I'd rather have like a muffin or some kind of crumpet.
There are muffins and crumpets there as well.
Ooh,
I'm just
crumpets.
saying.
Also,
compared to croissants.
Adrian, could you do a refresh for me? Because you're still doing Blue Steel and it's creeping me out.
Adrian, do
no.
refresh and then be
I'm
doing
sorry,
Blue
I
Steel
can't.
when you come back.
Constant blue steel.
Just imagine this. This is my charisma
Natural
face.
this is the face he makes when he's barding.
My charisma face.
Yeah.
Yes, you can keep that, but you can only turn left.
Yeah. Okay then. So
Do I get a bonus to charisma?
you only if you're facing the right way. You get a negative. Everyone on your left is fine. Everyone on your right, you get a negative modifier.
Is it all better now?
Yeah, you're fine now. Well, you've got dark. You were back. There you are. No more Blue Steel. Anyway, so you all sit down. You have your breakfast. It's pretty nice. It's all tasty. Everything's good. What do you want to do now?
Is the weak elf
Anyone
still
interesting?
there?
The elf left. Frustrated with the lack
No
of
one-
croissants and ability to eat them, he just kind of walked off in a huff.
You will pay, Nathan.
Sorry, inside joke.
I turn to Ranos and just go, I did what we said. A lot of guards on the roads.
Oh yeah?
I can see why there's no crime at night.
Hmm.
Still not good enough to catch me though.
Wow. What? Yomp, did you let one rip? Again? Oh no, it's you.
Yes, it was me.
Nice cover.
Jump, you need to stop drinking whiskey
Heap of
after
fibers,
your beer.
man.
It just makes your belly go.
But
Yeah, have some
cheese is also
fruit.
very
Jesus.
Cheese is bad. No cheese after beer.
Jesus.
says Mrs. I want cheesy potatoes and vodka.
That doesn't involve beer. That's my
I'm
point.
so glad we don't share a room anymore.
Oh. Anyway,
Also, is there any vodka with me to have my potatoes?
last night there was vodka. But right now on the breakfast bar there is no vodka, strangely.
I am
Funny enough.
disappointed.
Drink it all.
I drank it all.
Yeah.
Not many people have vodka for breakfast, strangely.
So, what would you like to do today?
Just make sure you don't have a. Is there a word for it when you have alcohol on your breath?
Beer breath.
Beer breath when we meet the Baroness.
I'd like to talk to the Baroness, please.
Yeah,
She
I'm
won't be doing
gonna.
the dogging if that happens.
No
Anyway.
one.
Before we leave, I'm gonna do presto a couple more times to really get that smell out.
And
I'll help you out.
yeah,
It's really
just
gross.
between as a group,
Get on
you
the spot
press
you
those.
can't reach.
Eventually, Skaith,
Basically.
you smell
I do it on myself a couple times.
neutral.
Can you do one on my mouth, Nira?
It's like
Do one
someone's
on
just-
my mouth.
Yep.
Someone's
Yeah,
just
I guess.
Febrezed you, basically.
Thank
You're
you.
neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Odorless. Okay,
Ah,
so
you
you
finally bathe in the breakfast room. That's so nice.
so you all have your breakfast. It's very tasty, very filling. Complimentary with the rooms, of course.
With added croissant.
With no croissants for the strange elf.
Should we
Makes me
pack
really
some
sad.
croissants? I feel like we should pack
Take some to go.
a picnic.
Would you like to try and pocket a few croissants on the way out?
It's a buffet. I'm pocketing food.
Okay, so you kind of take a few croissants and you just
Grab
kind
like
of
a napkin.
wrap them up, pop them in your pocket. You get a few very strange looks from the people filling their plates from next to you. They don't say
I'll
anything.
give them a strange look back. Just be like, what you looking at?
They look at you. Ooh. Just kind of a bit startled by the scaly dragonborn staring them down, and they just go back to buttering
And then I
crumpets.
smile. I'm like, eh.
You smile, row of teeth. Yeah. Butters the crumpets faster, and the scalpel's off to a corner table.
That seemed to work.
I love you, Nira. You are awesome.
Yeah, I know.
And then I take more crumpets.
Crumpets, croissants. Okay, you are now
I'll just grab a muffin.
you
Why
are
not?
now fully laden and encumbered with croissants and crumpets. What would you like
I
to
got a
do?
muffin.
Go back to bed and enjoy them.
Yeah.
Should
Picnic
we-
party
Episode of
upstairs.
eating.
Should we go up and see if the Baroness will see us?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Who has the letter?
I do.
All right. Then. We're off.
Okay.
On
Yeah.
the way, can we just? I just want to stop off and look at see if they're still up there. If they're being tainted with it all.
It'll take you out of the way a little bit, but yeah. So, as you head, you
Kind of
ma-
split off.
you make your way out of the town. Make your way out of the tavern into the town proper. You can see there's a bit of hustle bustle. A few people wandering up and down, carrying goods and things like that. Skaith, you take a few minutes to have a quick. As you walk down the street, you take a look, and the signs that you chalked in are still there.
Okay.
Small, difficult to see, but they are there.
Okay.
So
Why are we looking in an alley? What are we looking at?
Signs
We're
for the
looking
right
for
people.
treasure, Pat. We're looking for treasure.
Okay.
however, you find no treasure. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you make your way through the town. It's quite easy to navigate due to the signposts and the nice structured towns. It's not a sunny day because clouds, dark. It's grim. It's overcast, but it's not too cold. It's still the air is relatively warm-ish. Not as warm as when you were down south in like Somova area, but it's still relatively nice for this time of year. Just overcast, dull and gloomy, but doesn't seem to not many people seem to be paying it any attention. As you head your way up towards the town, you can quite clearly see the trail that you spotted beforehand as you get to it. It's kind of like a very small winding trail that goes back and forth, loops back on itself a few times, back up into up the mountainside to where you can see the outer wall of the castle. As you head up, there doesn't seem to be anybody else heading up in that direction. Doesn't take you more than 10-15 minutes to loop back and forth until you stand outside of this large looming fortress.
While we walk, I have a question for the group. People, I've been thinking maybe, you know how we leave our cart everywhere? And I was kind of thinking maybe, since this is a town with a well-trained military and guard force, maybe we could hire a steward or something with a bit of military experience to just watch our stuff while we're adventuring. Maybe like, I don't know, manservant style, cook for us,
Money lady about that.
I like cooking.
guard our things.
Yeah, we just
Nothing-
don't like
nothing-
your cooking.
I don't. My cooking is good.
I
You
love your
just have
cooking.
no
It's fine.
taste. Thank you, Mia.
This was not
I-
critique on anyone's
I
cooking.
do
by the way.
know specialities.
We were just
Hey,
supposed
I'm-
to take care of our things while we're
If you think it's worthwhile, I'm happy for you to do
Just
whatever, as
something-
long as they don't expect.
something to think about for now while we do other things.
Maybe.
We can decide
It's like
later.
if you get, especially if we keep just leaving it everywhere.
We
Might be a
do
good
leave it places, yeah.
But that's
And
supposed to
Bodger
be
can
a
Already
only
a
do
bit of
so
a
much
shock
a day.
when the car disappeared from the inn in Somova.
Oh my god.
I'd rather
I
know
didn't like
that
that.
it's taken care of.
I mean, like I said, we parked it, so it should be.
I
safe
can
where
see
it
your
is
reasons behind
now.
that.
But if we get to a more unsafe city, it might be a good idea.
Yeah. Also, outside of a ruins, I mean, we went to the spider place, and imagine if we parked
We
there.
left it.
Horse would have.
And then the
popped-
spiders took it, and then they ran off with the horses, and they got married, and then there was the weird spider horse vibes.
Thinking more along the
Fuck,
lines of
it's
imagine
funny
if they
getting
killed
to
the
you.
horse.
Anyway, thank you for that
Yeah,
distraction,
just
allowing me
something
to
to
fix my
think on.
maps.
By the way,
Anytime, Nathan.
That's alright.
I
Thank you.
would say I was gonna let Ranos take the lead in talking to anyone. He is most charismatic of us all. Okay, Johanna, I think.
I
say
know,
goodbye to me.
I know, I know, I know. I'm gonna shut up.
She knows.
Let's say,
I'll
if
think
Reynolds
at people.
take the lead,
I'll
I can
think
back
at
him up.
people very loudly if there's something to say that's important. Or, yeah.
So this
What-
is quite a large map, so you may have to zoom out a little bit. But you'll see yourselves towards you're at the very
Whoa.
bottom edge. Now,
That's
in
a
theory, you should only
subdivision
be able to
range.
see walls and stuff like that.
I can only
I
see
see a
black
bunch
face.
of shadows.
Oh my
I
god,
can't find it
There's
down
a
here.
huge vision
really
range.
weird shadows.
This
it's an epic
I
map.
can see like the arrow slits.
Ah!
You should
I
be able
ca- I
to
can't
see.
see myself.
Are we
You
to
should
the
be able to
left
see
or
some
to the right?
walls,
Ah, I got it.
and
find
you should be able to see some walls and some tower type things. Basically,
Are we bottom left or bottom
can't see
right?
anything.
you're very, very bottom, middle.
Bottom middle. I can't see anything. I see mostly black.
Scroll
I
down.
can't see anything.
Okay, keep scrolling down.
I am at the bottom.
I'm at the bottom.
Zoom out.
I am zoomed out.
I'm also zoomed out.
Ranos, can you see?
Yep.
See? Let me just make sure.
Good.
I see
Scathe, can
too.
you see?
But I have a huge vision range.
Oh my god, wow, okay.
Is that supposed to be that big?
Yes. It's daylight, so
Yes.
there's no. So there you. Unfortunately, the dynamic lighting setup of this one, because it's such a large map and it is daylight. I've tried to set it up so you can't kind of see through the walls. Obviously, you can see bits through the arrow slits and stuff like that.
Is that supposed to be there?
Is what's supposed to be there?
To the left of us.
Oh, I see. Okay.
What's the
Ha.
left? Oh, that's me fixing the map and putting
Okay.
light sources on the map. Those are the suns.
Okay.
Um,
That makes sense.
in front of you, so what you should be able to see is a pathway heading upwards towards like walls with some gates and some towers. Can
Yeah,
y'all
that's
see
right.
that?
Yeah, I see. I see.
Yeah.
I fixed
Yeah.
it.
Perfect. Because annoyingly, you can either do global illumination, but then you can see everything, or you can just kind of fudge it like I've just done. So,
They're
Um,
really pretty little kind of golden statue flower things. Trees.
bushes.
Mini trees.
Let's go
I
with
don't know.
bushes.
They're bushes.
So, so as you get a bit closer, and you end up the trail kind of around the last bit, it opens up into kind of like a bit of a plateau, where you can see in front of you this large stone castle. You can see a large outer wall with several
Facing the wrong way.
several several large towers dotted along the walls themselves. These towers are a good, probably 60 to 80 foot tall. It's difficult to gauge. Along the sides of them, you can see several arrow slits. Sorry, you can see several arrow slits and things. And from what you can tell, these towers have probably got about 2 floors, one roughly ground, one nearer the top, so that it gives you an idea of the scope. In front of you, you can see a set of heavy metal gates with like a portcullis type structure in front of you. Let's move our tank, shall we? There we go.
Any guards around?
So along the top of the wall, you can't see because the walls themselves. So while the towers are probably about 60 foot up, the walls are about 40, and they're turreted as you go along, and you can't. You can just make out along the top of one above you. You can just see the odd person walk past the turreted section, so that you can kind of make out a few guards trotting along the outer walls.
All I could think is a Monty Python scene with the Frenchman.
Your mother smells of elderberry.
He farts in your general direction.
You not come me your English taps.
Anyway, there are no fake Frenchmen on top of these towers. Unfortunately.
No Israel.
Real ones.
Anyway, and no Holy Grail. And no. Anyway, enough. So as you move, you can't. There are no guards outside of the gates. But as you approach, get to probably about where you are now, a small like slit or hatch opens up at the front of the gate, and you hear a voice
Comes a
go,
wooden badger.
What is your quest?
"What is your name? Who goes there?"
Johanna Lisbeth Rowanwood. I have a lot of the Rowan. I have a long one. Okay. It's not
What is your purpose
bad.
here?
Hold up the letter.
Israel.
Like, we're here to see Lady or Baroness.
On what business?
We're here from Nico.
Very well. Step forward.
That was easy.
We have a letter.
Too easy.
So as you get a bit closer, so you kind of beckoned towards the front gate, towards the slit, towards the little hatch that's opened. As you get a bit closer, you see a hand just kind of pops out of an armored arm pops out of the thing and holds its hand out.
The claw.
The claw.
Letter?
Holding out for the letter.
Do you reach for the letter? Letter? Yeah, okay.
Takes it.
You're gonna need that back.
Wait here, and you kind of can see you can see this helmeted, this full helm guard, so you can't see his face, just like a little slit where his eyes would be, well are.
It's like the hole, and then like this.
Yeah. Wait here, Captain, and shuts it. You wait there for several minutes. You can't hear anything from behind these thick iron gates. Wait a few more minutes. Wait a few more minutes.
Can I have a cross on, please?
I start playing the flute. Just a little ditty.
Take a bit off my muffin.
Anyway, the slit opens, and this time a face greets you. Looks to be a grizzled, middle-aged man, short, well-kept hair, big scar down one side of his face. Baroness will see you now.
Thank you.
Keep your hands where we can see them. Any funny business, and you don't want to know what happens. You hear several heavy bolts sliding out of place, and one of the front gates opens towards you with a creak. Revealing another gate. Inside, you can see the man that you just spoke to, a large, hulking individual, as I said, well kept, shaven, big scar across the face, looking pretty gruff and mean. And either side, as you move forwards, you can into the area. You can see you seem to be standing inside the walls with gates to either side, and the front opens up a front gate the other gate as well, which opens out into a large courtyard style area. You have you can kind of see you're now on the other side of the walls, paths. As you move forward, hey, you follow us.
Sorry.
A guard kind of just moves in front of you.
Nathan?
Yes?
Is it supposed to be this dark in here?
Is it dark?
Yeah, a little bit. There's some shadows. Over here.
Let's see. Tom, Ranos, you should have given more time to fudge the maps better. There we go. This is all your fault. There we go. Is that better?
On second thought, we should head back to town.
Can you see now?
Yeah.
That looks better.
The left path is cleaned up really nicely.
So as it's kind of the area in front of you expands out. You've got pathways heading one to the left, one over to the right. You can see just to your right what looks to be a small stable type area. You can see a few horses being tended to over in this area to the right. You can see another internal tower that you hadn't quite seen from outside. Similar size to the other one, to the other towers. Again, about 60 foot tall. Further off into the distance. And to the left, you can see a path that snakes around one of the larger sections of the castle complex in front of you. The outside of the castle that you can see is quite simple. Very little decoration, but looks sturdy, old, worn. Very stark contrast from the new fancy-ish buildings that you've passed through in Corvin town, and you get the feeling that this castle has been here for a long time. It doesn't look like it's suffered much. You don't see much signs of wear and tear and damage. Just a worn feeling to it. Okay, so as you move forward,
it's been here way longer than everything else.
yeah, the guard that's let you in goes, right. When you're in, don't touch anything. Hands to yourself. Single file. Alright.
Alright.
I'll get right behind him. I'm like right behind him.
Okay, so as you kind of filter into like a loose single file line, you're flanked on either
We're
side.
not very good at single file.
So that's just there.
Where we going? Yeah.
There. Thera, you're going back there. You're all in single file line as guards kind of flank you. You see there's one on either side of you.
How tall are the guards? Not taller than any of them?
The one in front of you is a good 6 foot tall. The other two probably 5.5.
I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2".
So you kind of tower over them a little bit, but
straighten up as much as I can.
the guard that seems to be addressing you is definitely has an imposing presence and an imposing aura around him.
I should do
And
it.
you feel small compared to him in a strange way.
Here's never felt small.
Theory behind you, a guard flanks behind as well, so you're kind of surrounded by these guards. You move forward more.
Hope,
Sorry.
I really hope Scar is the uncle, and they have a son called Simba. Please.
Actually, that's a good idea. Let me just rewrite the entire story. Give me 5 minutes.
I'm keeping my perception up. I'm just paying attention because I'm coming into this not trusting anything, so I'm just looking for anything slightly hinky. I'm not going to do anything about it because I've been told very firmly not to, but I'm going to keep my eye open.
So as you kind of look around, you can see on the walls guards patrolling up and down the walls. Most of them wearing quite heavy armor and gear, wielding large like spear-type weapons. A few of them give you a cautious, curious glance as they pass through the walls, but apart from that, don't seem to pay you too much attention. Above you, so in front of you, you can see the entranceway to this large castle-like structure. Big gates, probably about 10 foot tall, 10 foot wide. Pretty impressive, actually, carved of what looks to be some kind of hard-wearing wood, strong oak, for example. And it looks pretty nice, actually, compared to the thick, heavy, uninviting iron gates at the front. It's quite a nice entrance doorway.
Does the military presence here seem overkill, or is it just a regular one?
From the size of the place, because you can't really see how big it is, all you can see from here is it kind of recedes back towards the mountain. It doesn't seem too heavy, but the guards look well equipped. So definitely better equipped than the guards and the town guards that you've already encountered in the likes of Corvin. And just from where you are, just above this large entranceway, you can just see the lip of a balcony that seems to be on the floor above this one. So the guard moves forward and he opens up one of the large wooden doors. Just gives it a mighty tug. It looks quite heavy even for this guy, and he pulls it open. In front of you, you see a large, long corridor. Several ornaments and decorations adorn the walls, suits of standing armour, weapons across the wall, long silken rugs and banners hanging down from the walls in front of you. Guardy McGuardface begins to march down the hall towards the other end. I'm actually going to put a little token on for Guardy McGuardface. Make it
We
easier.
call him Scar, at least.
You can call him what you
Please,
want.
Scar.
How he reacts to that, I can't comment.
Just in our heads.
In our head.
Tweet over the badges.
So Guardy McGuardface
How
heads.
quiet are those, by the way? Like, can we make them really, really quiet?
So Guardy McGuardface marches down the hallway. Feel free to follow him in a loose fashion. I'm not going to mod it to you.
Help! I can't pick myself up.
Okay, let's pick up the tank. There you go.
I'm
So-
fallen, I can't get up.
Let's move jump as well. So as you're heading down
No, where's the
towards,
screen go?
as you head further up into the castle complex, you can see to your left a corridor heading off towards a large circular staircase ascending apparently into the higher tiers of the castle. You can see another corridor heading off towards your right with a closed door at the end. And at the very end of the corridor, you see a large set of heavy wooden doors. A large set of heavy wooden doors, not dissimilar to the ones in front of you. Smaller, elegant, but no less impressive. Again, Guardian McGuardface opens the way and enters. The guards still flanking beside you and one behind as you walk in. As you open up into this large, what seems to be some kind of a great hall, several large, despite what they look like on the map, elegant tables strewn around the. Sorry, I'm just fixing something I forgot. Strewn around the area. Let's just do that and that. Sorry. The hall is empty. You can see, very similar to the hallway that you walked in to get here, banners and decorations, simple but stylish, adorn the walls of this large hallway. You can see a door heading off towards your left, and also another door heading towards the right. The guard turns to you at the front. I'm going to guess this preacher's still nearer. Says, "Wait here." And heads off.
Can we sit at one of the tables?
You can do what you want.
Can I sit on the throne?
As soon as are you sitting on one of the tables?
No, I'm just studying next to Ranos. I'm following Ranos' etiquette.
Okay. The Guardian McGuardface opens up one of the large door and slips inside. He still has your letter. So you wait out in this hallway area for a little while. The guards that flanked you in, two of them take stance at the two doors, leading on to where Guardian McGuardface just went, and one of them just kind of stands by the large door, shuts it behind you, and just kind of stands there, you think staring at you. You can't really see his eyes through the full plate helm, but you get the idea. It is just staring at you and judging you.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
He sees Ranos starting to just have a look around.
Sorry.
A
few minutes pass.
If we stay very still, they won't notice us.
Oh shit, are they they're not human, they're reptiles, right?
Yeah. Suddenly, you stand still, and suddenly the guard, where did he go?
Must have been the wind.
Walks away with an arrow stuck in his neck.
Can I just turn around to a guard and go, apologies for my poor knowledge, but what's the correct way to sort of address the Baron and the Baroness? Is it Sir?
Baroness
Sir?
will do.
Baroness. Okay.
Do we actually know what the family name is?
Would I know this? I'm sure. I don't
So
know how much I know about other families.
you've heard it a few times, but it's Rasova.
What's over?
Okay.
Maybe?
Sorry?
Just reading it so I remember.
Okay. A few minutes pass, and Guardian Guardface leaves the room. He kind of stands in the doorway, holds it open, and says, "You'll see it now. Come in. Remember what I said." And he goes back in and opens the door and leaves the door open behind him. If I can select the
What's
right.
the door?
I'm trying to fix it without destroying everything. It's not going very well. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. No, this isn't going to work. So everyone just walk through the door.
It's like a whole nother place.
So Guardian McGuardface goes and stands
Magic.
against one of the back corners in a not defensive position, but a very stern, arms crossed, rigid, just staring, not looking at you guys,
Talking back up.
just staring straight forwards. Inside this room, you can see a small, what it looks to be a desk, and two very elegant chairs. On the, as you can probably see, on one of the chairs, you can see an older lady, slightly hair starting to grey, very spotted, very nicely kept though, nice bun. Wearing a very nice, almost a regal dress. It's not that fancy. It's not like royalty fancy, but it's pretty damn nice. You can see several like gold inlays, a couple of crested jewels, and things like that in it. Sitting on this impressive high-backed chair, almost like a simple throne, almost. Standing just to the side of it, you can see a youngish girl. This girl, human. Probably no older than maybe 17, 18 years old. Quite young. Seems to be not half standing. Okay.
With a clicking.
Who's doing that?
Sorry.
Tom.
Might
Thank
be
you,
me.
Tom.
Drop the pets dispenser.
So standing next to the chair, standing next to the chair.
You can do this.
Use your words, Nathan.
I'm
Use your
trying,
words.
Tom. You've put me off. Standing next to the chair, but almost not quite standing, almost like edging behind it slightly, almost trying to keep herself not hidden, but not out there. You kind of see. As you come in, the older lady addresses you,
Well,
gives a nod of the head. welcome to our castle. I'm
Oh,
Baroness.
you got Baroness? About.
I give him a glare of death.
She just. Yes.
I give him the glare of death.
Anyway,
Poke him from behind, because I am right behind Skate.
Ooh.
I take the deepest, most curtsiest bow I learned. Really
Just
deep,
my cloak, look
and then say, fair greetings to you, Baroness Rasova, and to you, lady. And I look at
This-
the daughter, whatever.
as you look at her, she kind of retreats behind the chair a little bit further. She goes, "Talia, dear, step forwards." And she kind of meekly moves forward. She just gives a little curtsy. Doesn't say
Greetings.
anything. Just
Lady Talia.
very, very humble, very timid, and you can almost see
How-
an
how
air
old
of
she?
nervousness around her.
She's my age.
18.
Anyway, as I said, my name is Baroness Rasova. And who do I have standing before me?
You're a Blackthorn lady. Meet you.
My name is Reynolds of Onwall. There's Nira, Skate,
I
Yomp,
just introduced myself.
Zero.
What you doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
As Ranos
skip Mira.
introduces me, I try and do the same style bow as Ranos did.
You try, it's awkward, but the intent is there.
Right behind me.
She looks so as you do your introductions, the Baroness kind of looks over you, almost not quite down her nose, but just observing each of you.
Through sheer reflex, I
in-
could do the most accurate courtly bow that I have learned, because that's what I do when I am looked at like that.
She kind of she
It's
almost
slightly
gives you
terrifying.
a silent acknowledgement of this because gives you. I've read your letter from Fergus. I understand you're here seeking a reward. Is this correct?
This is correct, yes.
Very well. Well, you have done my domain a great favour, and you shall be rewarded. Heinrich.
Pleasure.
Thank you most kindly.
She's speaking to the guy, guarding the guard face behind you. Yes, my lady. And he wanders out. Heads out of the room. You can hear him just clomping off into the distance.
It's been a great honor being in your service, and if there's anything we can do, we'd like to offer our humble services to you.
Well,
We've-
now that you mention it, you seem like a relatively capable bunch, having cleared out the
We don't like
mine
to
of...
brag, lady.
What was... Sorry, Fergus didn't say in the letter what occurred at the mine. Perhaps you would like to explain the...
Of course.
dealings?
There was an infestation of chewel, which are big lobster-like monsters, and they attacked from below the mines, and a few miners got killed, and there was a cave-in, and we went in to clear the rubble and the monsters out of the mine, and did so successfully, enabling the recovery of a quite large vein of what was it, adamantine.
Adamantine, you say? Ah, a very precious metal. Fergus did mention it within his letter. I say, just kind of looking around. Ranos takes a look at Johanna. So, my dear, it's a very fine set of gear that you're wearing. May I ask where you obtained it?
So,
Sorry?
it got made for me.
It was made for you. Well,
There's a really good blacksmith. She's kind of awesome.
it's a very rare
I'm sorry,
substance to
Melody.
come across adamantine.
He kills
So
a lot of things.
It's
I don't-
fortuitous that you happen to come across them. Anyway,
We were
I'm
passing the way.
I'm sure it was a coincidence. Anyway, And at that point, Heinrich heads back into the room. Scoot kind of stands next to Skaith. Look, as it glaring at you as if, move your ass, sonny boy.
Right this way. I go ahead, sir. I move to the back.
He moves forward and hands a small a small pouch towards the Baroness. Thank you, Heinrich. And he returns back to the back of the room, kind of glaring at Skaith as he goes. Well, she puts the gold just on the table in front of you. Here is your reward for assisting with our operations. You've saved me sending a number of my guards down to the Bukov mines, and I am grateful for this. And she doesn't. And the gold sack just sits on the table.
Thank you. It's been an honor being in your service, and I take the bag.
Thank thee. It gives you a nod. Now.
To get a treasure.
Sorry?
That needs to go to our treasurer.
Yeah.
No worries.
Now.
How much
How
gold?
long do you plan on staying in the area? Will you be here long?
Oh, I think we'll be here a while
Well, so we need to
after
be.
Excellent. Because
after the mine excursion. We need some downtime. We happen to notice the weather around here. Is there anything we can do to help?
Do not worry. The matter is in hand. I am currently waiting to hear back from the mages of Neverwinter. Do not trouble yourselves with it. I do, however, have another task that you may be able to assist our town with. My huntsman, Logan, has been tracking a pack of dangerous and vicious foes. You may have come across them in your travels, but we have reason to believe that a pack of werewolves have taken up residence within Lurkwood, to the east of our fair town. You seem like reasonably capable adventurers. I'd ask this favour of you. Go to Lurkwood, find Logan and his men. Root out this infestation. And you shall be rewarded. Is this something that you would do for this town and your Baroness?
Of course, anything for you.
That's what I like to hear.
Can I insight check her and see if she's being honest?
Yeah, sure.
Can I check if she's a
As well.
vampire?
You want to check if she's a vampire? Go ahead and try and would you like to go up and just open her mouth and look for fangs?
No, I'm
Should we
just
check
wondering if
for
I sense any kind of evil or not quite rightness. That's what I'm doing with my insight check. I'm checking to see if she is a weirdo and possibly a vampire.
Okay, make your roll.
I have to get my sheet open.
That's alright, I'll give you a second.
Insight. Begins with an I. I can spell. That's history.
You're close. I'll just take the roll.
Went down.
Okay, there you go. You got
I've almost got it.
a 7.
Good lord.
You've like 20 now.
Okay, so for
I
Nira,
want the good one.
Nira and Johanna. So you take a second to just try and study the mannerisms of this lady before you. She's you don't detect any lies about her. I guess this is really for you as well, Ranos. You get the idea that she knows her station. She's your standard noble, bit arrogant, doesn't seem to think too much of you, from what you can tell in the way she's speaking. But she doesn't look shifty or evil, and you don't see any fangs.
That's good.
Have you got any garlic on us?
Is there anything else? I have a province to run and many things to do. Anything else?
if we do this for you, might we be granted access to your study?
Why?
We're seekers of knowledge, and we'd like to expand on that. Also, I imagine you have quite the collection on recent events like the war with the orcs. That's something that is of great interest to us.
She thinks for a second. I consider this a reasonable request. Do as I asked, and I'm sure something can be arranged.
Thank you, Helene.
Now, if there's nothing else, I'm a very busy lady. Heinrich, if you'd like to see them out, Talia, stand up, Talia. Say farewell to our guests. You can. She goes, kind of steps forward, gives you a little curtsy. Goodbye. And then kind of
Give her a
retreats
bow back.
again. You can kind of see, as she does so, Baroness gives a roll of her eyes. And Heinrich moves past, kind of almost pushes past Skaith a little bit, opens the door, and heads out. Opens it with the, follow me.
It takes all my self-restraint not to like lash out at him. But I've learned you sometimes
So-
gotta.
Well, before we head out,
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll stay behind a moment and say thank you for the audience and our best wishes to your husband.
Indeed.
When I leave.
So I'll just move you all out.
Did mentioning her husband get any sort of reaction from her?
Stone-walled, stone-face, merely the indeed. As in, no comment. And Heinrich,
She must be used to people asking about him.
Heinrich, sorry.
yes.
So Heinrich, might we have the letter back we gave you?
Baroness has the letter. Not me.
Oh,
And
okay.
I wouldn't advise going back to ask for it.
Let's say, do we need that back? We need it. So we get the gold.
Come on. And he
It's always
leads,
How
good to
still
have
did we get?
a
I'll tell you in a minute.
letter with official seal on it.
so he leads you out and all the way out through the long entryway corridor lined with armor and weaponry and glories. And eventually you find yourselves outside. I'm just going to move. So stick together. I'm just going to move as a group. So I'm just going to put you all together and make life easier. So don't worry about the.
But
the
I'm
strange-
having issues anyway, so
There we go. So it takes only a few minutes as you're walked outside. Heinrich says, "Good day."
bye. Just wave cheerily at him.
As the large iron gate shuts behind you.
Well, isn't he just a beautiful ray of sunshine?
Barrel laughs, that guy.
That's
So-
good.
It sounds like we're off to the forest.
Don't want to go down.
It's that way. Another
Are we?
forest.
Sounds like
Finally,
it.
some decent land.
You dealt with a werewolf before I joined this group, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Sure did. One. Not a whole pack of them.
Do we need to change our weapons for this?
Well, if you want to roll a nature check to see if you know about werewolves, you can do
Oh,
before if you want to go. Because I see the road you're going down. But if you can roll a state intelligence check to see what you know about
Yeah.
werewolves.
An intelligence
Would I
check or a nature
remember
check?
anything
Sure.
specific
Nature check was
fighting them before?
nature or intelligence. If you're, I don't think Scape's proficient anyway. So
No,
if you want to
no.
roll a nature check theory, you can do.
These places make me
Sorry, Natasha,
No.
say again.
sad.
What's this? Okay, so Skaith, you've heard of these very resilient creatures. You've heard tales of them ripping a man apart
We
with
know-
nothing but
no,
their
well-
claws, and being more resilient than most. However, you have heard in your travels and your way of the world, these creatures can generally be felled with a silver sword or a silvered weapon. They seems to have some adverse effect on them. They recoil from it as the dead recoil from light.
Yeah, so I've heard werewolves. They don't like silver weapons, and none of us hold any silver. Well, a couple of us.
The heading also works.
Cool.
Yeah, that did work.
The
What
heading
about-
also works.
What
And
about
fire.
magic weapons? Would you know if those would help?
Magic weapons do tend to fare well against pretty much most creatures. So, on the most part, we are covered. I currently have no magic arrows because mine do get eaten.
Hmm.
So, I may grab.
There's an easy solution to that, Scave.
Are you
And
having
easy-
this conversation making your way back down to town, or are you just standing outside front of the gate? By the way, sorry.
I say on our way down.
We're just loitering around the castle.
Okay.
I'm refusing
I-
to move.
Very good.
I'm just gonna say, okay, Daryl, I'm just gonna grab some arrows before we meet. Before we meet
I
Logan.
may chuck you a couple every now and then.
Yeah.
Should we ask around maybe at the tavern if the band of gypsies came by here?
Yeah.
Maybe there's some
Sounds good.
additional insight.
Ranos, you don't have a magic weapon though, do you?
I don't.
Should we look at potentially getting you a silvered blade?
I think I'm fine.
No? Okay.
I've got spells.
True.
Okay. So do we just head straight to Forest?
Well, we're gonna go via the tavern and
I'd
do
like
a
just
bit
to quickly drop in on the way.
of
Okay.
intel.
Okay, so you want to head to the tavern first, do you?
Yeah, just ask Chris about
Oh, yeah.
gypsies.
Okay, so you make your way back through town. Doesn't take you too long to reach the Three Horseshoes Inn. As you head in, it's pretty quiet in here at the moment. Most of the breakfast lot have cleared out. Chris is gathering up and putting away some of the. He's clearing up. He turns, he's coming. Oh, well, welcome, friends, welcome. Here for
Hey,
more
Chris.
croissants.
Not right now, thank you.
Oh, the croissant.
We were wondering, have you ever seen this symbol? And I showed it to him. Elves.
Let's have a look at that. Not seen
We heard there
there
was a band of gypsies.
Yeah, that was it. That was a bit. I haven't seen it. I had someone mention it. One of the guys passed through here not long ago. He said something about a band of gypsies camped up in outside Lockwood, or just in the insides. You can see you had that that symbol looked a bit like that, like eye with the eyes type creepy thing on the side of some of their wagons. Yeah. Don't know if I'm assuming they're still there. He said they'd set a pretty impressive camp.
Oh, okay.
But
Would you? I gather Lurkwood is a pretty big forest. Would you know the general direction for it?
what did he say? They weren't far from the road, if I recall correctly. If you head towards Lockwood, there are a few paths going through there. If you head along with those, I'm sure it won't take you long to find them.
Okay.
Thank
you.
They don't like to play their music. Their tents and their clothes are generally pretty bright. They like to play their music and dance around the fire. Strange people. I'm sure you'll be able to find them quite easily.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Will you be looking to stay again tonight, by the way?
Yes, we will.
Excellent. Don't worry about the payment. Sort it when you get back.
Most kind.
You're welcome. Have a good day. And he returns back to cleaning his breakfast bar.
Cool.
So as you guys head out of you head out of the inn back onto the simple streets. Where would you like to go now?
Did she say, the Baroness, did she say where exactly Logan was with his
Lurkwood.
hunters?
He's in Lurkwood somewhere.
Okay. That's
Well, look where it is.
precise.
Lurkwood is sizable.
Well, I
You'd
just...
probably track him though, right?
Yep.
Well, you have got the best shot in the north. Could be a good tracker.
Best tracker in the north.
I'm also pretty good in woods.
Alright. Then we'll follow your
Rangers
lead.
well known for leaving a clear trail.
Human rangers.
Yeah, I could track that probably. I could follow a werewolf without any problem.
So you make your way back towards the outer gates where you originally entered. At this time of day, it's still quite early. The gates are wide open. A few guards milling about. As you head out of none of them really seem to pay you any mind. Just a few of them give you a cursory glance, but not a lot. One of them does say, make sure you're back before sundown. We start closing the gates around then, if you're coming back tonight.
Something tells me we're going to be spending at least a day or two outside.
Probably.
Probably.
He kind of gives you a, but why? It's lovely beds here. Doesn't say anything. Well,
Do you know whereabouts Logan's situated? I know he's on a bit of a task for the Baroness. Do you know whereabouts he is?
no idea.
Okay.
He comes and goes as he pleases. Half the time I didn't see him come.
Which way did he go?
Oh, he left a what? He left a few days ago, heading east. Had a few of the castle guards with him. Didn't say anything. Never does. Grumpy sod.
Yes, we'll go then.
Wolverine. Get the feeling we're about to be Wolverine.
So you.
Look, Wolverine is overrated.
So I'm going to move you. Yes, you're going to see Bukov again. Ignore it.
I'm tired of this place.
Oh, God damn it! I still
So
can't do
much.
that.
It's a
Okay.
very nice map, in
So
fairness.
much
Now you're going to Longsaddle, and then you
Okay.
get to go to the map.
going backwards.
Yeah, it's really annoying that the fact that you can't. The way you move maps is a little like token that you drag around and say where your players are, but you can't. From what I can tell, if you get to the edge of where your thing is, you can't. It won't scroll across for you, so you've got to drop it, scroll, move it, drop it, scroll.
Right.
Ugh.
Good effort.
Anyway, so that's why you keep seeing those maps very regularly. So, as you get out, as you head out of the Corvin Town, you can see not too far ahead of you actually. Probably a couple of 100 meters, maybe half a kilometer max. Ahead of you, in the distance across the plains, a large stretch of trees, and from where you are, it's a very simple. It's not a well-travelled track like the one you've been travelling up and down between Corvin, Bukov, etc. But there is a trail heading towards the forest.
Can we see if there's any tracks on the trail from Logan and his party?
Make a nature check.
Oh, hang on a minute. My character sheet's been a bit shit, so I have to open it every time.
I noticed your hand. I want to give him some guidance.
Ever since I told you guys I can do this, you guys are using it, and I do. I'm gonna put my hand on him.
Regardless.
It's probably not worth it on a natural one.
The track is muddled. It's quite well worn. There are footprints here, footprints there, possibly a bit of rabbit pellets. Not a lot. You can't really discern much of. This is a road.
I thought it was survival for tracking.
With the roll, it didn't make a difference anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So you can tell, Thero, in your heart of
See?
hearts, that
Better.
somebody walked through here
You
once.
used the wrong thing.
So someone has used this road.
Cool.
Someone's used this track before.
Still nowhere.
let's just follow it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be more sign of them when we get to the woods.
Okay, so as a group, you wander off, head towards Lurkwood. As you go, just spotted to the left, to the right of you, you can see a few of the same similar sights that you saw before. Dark, deadish trees. Sorry, dead trees. Dark and blackened.
He said Lurkwood is fine.
On your way. But as you get closer, you can see, as you walk towards it down the road, you can see left and right, just a few dotted trees and bushes that look a bit dried out and dead or near death. But as you
They're not
reach,
so pretty.
as you reach Lurkwood, you can see greenery. The dark sky, the overcast that is kind of seems to cloud the entire area does extend far over Lurkwood. You can't really see. You can't see. It extends to the horizon. You can't see the length of the forest either. But the dark clouds hang over Lurkwood. But it seems the tree, as you get closer, you can see the trees here look relatively healthy. Some of the outer trees seem to be drying out a little bit. You can see just on the outskirts a few patches of dried, mottled leaves and things like that. But just past that, only 1-2 trees deep into this quite densely packed woodland area, there's life. The trees are green. They have healthy bark. You can hear the chirping of birds, the rustle of squirrels, crickets cricketing in the distance. And it looks like whatever is affecting the general area doesn't have much sway here, apart from the sky.
Strange.
That's still nasty.
Wonder what's special about this wood.
So as you can see the trail, it enters the tree line and just kind of winds. Way on the outskirts, it starts relatively thin, but very quickly becomes quite a dense wooded area, and the trail becomes less of a pathway through and more of a beaten track where people have walked.
Suggestion.
Yeah, it's more of a suggestion of, yeah, this one probably won't break your ankle on a tree root type thing.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. In places it's clearer, so a few places it's a bit wider, and that's where it is. And you can even see the odd, what looks to be possibly cart tracks. It's difficult to tell with the leaves overhanging it, but it looks like a cart or multiple carts had come through here at some point in the recent history. Sorry, for Thero, so what you know about the area? Not a huge amount. This area is not one you really encountered too much. Unfortunately, it's most people avoid it from your knowledge because of its density. There's nothing wrong. It's not like the fables of Cryptgarden Forest, which is home to beasties and the dead alike. But it's just not very nice terrain, and it's quite densely packed. So most people tend to go around it rather than go through it. And one of the reasons it is quite dense and thick, because this wood is quite old as well. It's been here for a long time. But that's pretty much what you know about the from your woodland background. That's kind of what you can tell from it.
Cool.
So
at least we're not slowed by travelling in it.
You're not. Everyone else, you do move a bit slower because
it's part of Natural Explorers. Your group.
Sorry.
you group.
Place.
My mistake.
Yeah.
So Thero leading
We're
the way.
following him exactly.
Yeah, Thero leading the way. You managed to pick out the most sensible trail through this wooded area, following the suggestion of a path in and out, and kind of finding the wider area. You only travel about probably half an hour. You're still travelling at a slower pace than you normally, slightly slower pace because you're winding. in and out of trees. So after about half an hour of travel, you get a little bit deeper into the woodland. And in the distance, you can hear what you think. So Ranos, Thero, you pick up on this quite quickly. You can hear the sound of what appears to be music. Simple. Maybe a flute.
Can I try and sort of sneak up to have a look, see where the noise is coming from?
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
I'm
My
coming.
checks are going well today. Oh, there we go.
If you want to roll me as you sneaking up with him, Ranos.
Yeah, I'm gonna ruin your stuff.
Does anyone want a guidance check?
You don't have
Oh my
invisibility.
god.
So, Thero.
Runners
I would
falls
like a
over.
guidance check.
Start
Like a
playing
s-
the flute with
I
them.
rolled stealth.
So, Ranos and Thero and Skaith, you move forwards. Thero, Skaith, ninjas in the night, darting
Go.
between. You dodge a patch of dry leaves here, twigs and stuff there, rabbit crap over here, and you kind of dodge your way through. Ranos, you see them wending like they were born to live in the forest, and you go, "I'm gonna do that too," and you charge forward, stand on a twig, crack it. It makes you jump. You stand off your feet. You land in a pile of leaves, and then roll into rabbit shit. Skaith,
You're
Thero,
a
just
sticky
turn around
man.
and
I
look at you
gotta
like,
hold off on the stealth until I
really?
can make myself invisible.
Really, guys? Really? Really? And as this commotion, the flute stops.
I'm gonna clean him off real quick. Just like presto.
And you hear a
We
voice.
seem to use Presto a lot.
It's really useful.
And the major use is
It's really
purely for cleaning people,
things.
apparently.
Yeah, that's all
We
I
are
As
a
they
mess.
came towards
And
shit,
making
We are a
duck
bunch
noises.
of trash babies.
So, for a moment, quiet.
Okay, can we see what was making the noise yet?
No. You go. Who goes there? Hello?
Wanderers in the forest. Hello.
It's a strange name. What are you doing
Oh,
here?
God.
Well, I didn't get to choose.
I guess that's fair enough. Come out where I can see you.
I step forward.
So, as you move forward,
I will
Ranos,
as
you
well.
kind of
Step behind him.
whoever wants to move forward, as you move forward, you kind of open up, and where mere trees after your climactic accident, you see the kind of the tree line kind of opens up a little bit into more of a clearing. Sorry. Let's move the map. So we're going on an adventure again across the maps.
Draw the maps.
Ah,
So,
Ignore the lighting
Whoa.
around this, but you probably have not 100% to scale. But imagine yourselves towards the northern side of this. Can you all see the map?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Just make sure I've got the settings right.
So we're like up here-ish, yeah?
Probably a bit higher than that. One sec, let me just set up global. No, it's not even on. So if you imagine you're higher up on the map along the trail, probably around here. So, so this bunch of twigs, this dried tree, just put yourselves there. And you can kind of see it opens up a little bit. And yes, there's a big set of trails that's right through here. Pretend that's not quite there. Finding the perfect map for this is not easy. So you open it up, and it kind of opens up into a bit more of a track, and you can see standing not too more than 20 feet ahead of you, what looks to be a half-elven gentleman. He's wearing common clothes, brightly coloured, and a cap. That's it. Step out. Step out. Are you friend or foe?
Friend.
hopefully.
road?
I just come out and go, what foe is going to say foe?
That's right. If you were foes,
Stealth.
you'd tell me you were friends. Well, you don't look dangerous. Come on.
I'd
He
tell you
beckons
if
you
I
up.
was a
I
threat
don't
with
look
someone's
dangerous,
bow.
really.
No, come on.
We
If I
heard your
was
lovely
someone's
music,
bow,
and we
I'd
just
tell
had
them.
to come closer and have a listen.
Oh, you're far too kind. Come on. And he leads you into the clearing. You can see an array of wagons and tents, all of them nice, brightly coloured. You can see several fire pits and a few people in similar dressed in similar clothing, kind of sitting around a fire. Some of them sitting outside tents. Some of them making and preparing food, cleaning clothes, just kind of going about their business. Come on, come on. Don't be shy, and kind of leads you through. As you go through, you can see a lot of the people around in this clearing kind of look up, give you a curious glance, a warm smile, and go back to whatever they're doing.
Oh, you're a band of performers?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Travellers, we is. Tell you what. Oh, come with me. Let's go see. Madame Adra. She'll know what. She'll want to have a chat with you. Come on.
Do we see the sign
There's a sign.
of the eye, sign of the eye?
Yes, quite easily. On some of the tents, not all of them, some of the tents and the caravans, you can see a familiar symbol that you saw before. It beckons you over to the largest of the tents. This one's not a caravan itself, but a large. Use your imagination for this. Let's just say it's there-ish. But a large, decorative, vibrant tent. Yes. Come on. Don't be shy. And he opens the flap of the tent and kind of. Madam, we've got some visitors, some guests. And as he looks up, and you see an older woman before you, kind of sat cross-legged sat on cushions around a central table, very reminiscent to the fortune teller that you visited in Somova Valley. Kind of similar look, gypsy turban on, bright colours, fabrics and silks draped from the ceiling and the supports of the tent. She goes, "Oh, guests! Do come in, do come in. Take a seat." She beckons you to an array of cushions and beanbag type sitting areas that kind of adorn the large tent. This tent's probably good, at least 20 foot by 20 foot. It's not quite square. 20-foot radius. It's a circle.
This is the same one we saw before.
No, but
No,
it
it's
reminds
not
us
the
of
same,
her.
but kind of it reminds you of her.
I'm gonna stay near the entrance and kind of keep watch.
Come in. Don't be shy. Well, welcome to our little campsite. My name is Madame Adra. What brings you into our home?
We're looking for Huntmaster Logan. Have you heard the name?
Logan. I've seen a lot of people in my days, but I'm sorry that name doesn't ring a bell.
Can I give her a physical description? We've seen him before, right, in Somova.
Yeah, you've seen him. You
Okay.
list off a physical description. Things. Oh yes, that young man. He came through this area a few days ago with a few rough-looking individuals, saying he was going deeper into the forest. Haven't seen him for a little while.
Can I tell if she's telling the truth about that?
Make an insight check. Yeah, she seems to be it seems like she's being relatively truthful with you. Yes. You don't know inkling that she's fibbing to you. He said he was looking for something, but he was very vague on the details. Are you looking for him? Are you searching for the same thing?
Oh, we're just looking for
I
him.
believe so.
Oh,
I think so.
if he comes by again, I'll let him know for you.
Would you know the general direction he went?
I think he heads deeper into the forest. towards the east.
Mm-hmm.
But it's quite easy to get lost in these forests, so it's hard to say. I'm sure he'll probably head back through this way. If he doesn't find what he's looking for, I'm sure he'll head back through this way soon. Anyway, you're more than welcome to hang around. Join us. We're preparing for a festival in a few days. You're welcome to join us.
Have you seen any other groups around? Any other
How
groups
deep are
of
they in
people?
the forest?
Oh, I couldn't tell you, dear. They've been travelling a few days. I could imagine they've got quite deep. But it's hard to say, unfortunately. But you're welcome to hang around here and wait for them. Like I said, we've got our monthly festival kicking off in a few days' time. It'd be honoured to have you here as guests.
I think we
You're
probably
gonna
need to go
perform here in the
first.
woods?
We people are steeped in traditions, and every month we have a special festival where we celebrate all sorts of things. In fact,
Does it coincide with anything?
not generally.
Or do you just-
Generally, the last day of each month. To be honest,
Would we know that that's a full moon?
make an intelligence check.
That's what I was getting
To
at.
be
so
honest, we're a bit short-handed at the moment, and we could really use some help gathering a few bits and bobs. And if you'd be willing to lend us a hand, I'm sure that we could help you out back. But if you're busy and you need to find your friend, don't let an old woman's troubles bother you.
We'll consider it.
And
Probably-
Ranos,
probably
you
need to
kind
go
of
find
with that,
first.
you kind of think, close.
Before or
There's a
after?
possibility that they could. Zero, you know nothing. It could coincide with that kind of the lunar stage. But yeah, if you've got to be off, then you've got to be off. But whatever you decide, you're welcome in our camp. She gives you a nice,
If we find him
warm,
quick
granny
enough, we'll
smile.
come back and help.
Thank you for your kindness.
can we notice if she's Oh no, as Ranos already done the check for that. If she's misleading us at all.
Oh yeah, he's already inside checked.
Well, maybe someone else can get a better read. Well, Ramadamas, apparently.
You're not going to get much more out of it, and the inside check area is kind of
yeah.
past anyway. So,
I have a screen on top of my screen.
We on our travels on the road, we noticed a person, a man. He had a tattoo quite similar to your symbol on the wagons. Are you missing someone of your band?
yes, the reason we're so short-handed at the moment is two of our members, brothers, they went out hunting one night and they haven't come back. It's been a while since they left, and I don't see them coming back. I don't know if they got tired and left, or something happened to them. We'll be mourning them at the festival.
Do you believe them dead?
I believe for this amount, they've been gone a long time, and they're either perished or decided to leave our little family. To us, either one
Either way, you
deserves a send off.
I understand.
So
Anything dangerous lurking in the woods? Would you know?
the deeper into the forest you go, there's been tales of beasts living deeper into the forest, but we've never strayed much further than these outskirts, if I'm honest.
Nathan, how far are we from the edge of the forest?
So you only travelled about half an hour to get here, so maybe a kilometre, maybe 2 into the forest. You haven't gone very far.
Okay. Do you come to the city often to perform? To Corvin?
Oh no, we tried once, but they don't like our kind in there. I don't think we were turned away at the gates.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck up.
Yeah. Some they have their lives, we have ours. Generally, we travel to the likes of Mirabar and Netherwinter, and sometimes even as far south as Waterdeep, to perform our tricks, our music, for the public.
Where was it that you lost these two members of your band?
You say when?
No, where? Where were you?
Well, we lost them on the road here when we were travelling. We were travelling back down from Mirabar, and they went out scavenging one night for meats and furs, and never returned.
Okay. It was just that it was well down near Longsaddle that we encountered one of them.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, nothing. No. It's just that's where we
Was
met him, so I wondered
Was
if he left you up here. He's travelled far.
Was he well?
When we saw him, yes.
When we met him.
With that, she lets out a sigh. That's a relief. Well, I wish if he made the choice to leave our fold, I can only imagine he had a reason. She kind of looks off to the side in thought. Well, we will mourn his loss all the same. And as I said, you're welcome to join us. It's a happy occasion for celebrating those with you, friends, family, and what we have in this world. And I would be honoured if you would join us as our guests. But if you must go, you are welcome. But just know that you are welcome in this camp. And if you are going deeper into the forest, be careful. There are dangers out there that not even I know.
The festival is in a few days?
That's right. Yes. In 2 days' time, we'll.
We might be back by then.
Well, that would be useful. If you are going deeper into the forest, you may encounter some of the we need ingredients and items for our festival. Perhaps you will come across them. If you go and speak
Give
to...
us a list, we'll keep an eye out for it.
Darrow's really good at finding things. He's an excellent finder.
Oh, if you happen to come across them, I would be most grateful. Go and speak to... as I fumble through my notes. If out in the camp, speak... yeah. Speak to Kordak and Barden. They'll know a little bit. They'll be able to tell you more about what they need. They're just out front. Scalen will show you where they are.
Alright,
Is there
thank
anything else I can help you with?
Or if you knew anything about any creatures lurking in the woods, something to prepare us.
All I can say is be careful.
Alright.
I really like your tent.
Thank you. I've acquired many of these silks and tapestries throughout my years, and I just think it makes it so homely and cosy in here, even in the coldest of nights.
And I like the structure as well. I was really wondering where you got the fabric for your walls from. It's very pretty.
Well, actually, that bit we make that here in camp.
I step outside.
Um,
Bye.
I love where you got the fabric from your walls from.
Sophia, one of our family. She's an excellent tailor. She makes the most fabulous garments, and the like. Feel free to go and have a chat. She's generally out by her wagon.
Nathan,
Okay.
Yes, Rabbits?
Okay. Thank you.
is the ring of witty bands silvered?
It's a is it a silver ring? What, are you gonna slap one of them around the face to see if they're aware?
Just gently take their hand.
Yes, sure, it's a silver ring.
Okay.
On his turn.
Oh, okay.
You heading out, and so as the rest of you head out into the main area, you can see several of these travellers, these gypsies, working away. You can see over on one side you can see someone stringing a bow, others whittling wooden figurines and small trinkets. You can see a woman over on the other side of the camp seems to be sewing. And several other members stoking the fires, preparing foods, cleaning. There's probably about 15 to 20 individuals here in total. Most of them going around just doing day-to-day tasks. As you kind of stand around, a few of them look up, give you a smile and a wave, and they seem genuinely. They seem quite genuine in doing so. And you guys just get this warm and pleasant atmosphere from the camp in general. By now it's probably about midday. What is it?
Who did we need to talk to?
So you can speak to
Something with S?
so
Kordak and Borden.
So Scalen, she said speak to Scalen, and as you ask that, the elf that you've really travelled in with just does a little skip and a jog up to you. Oh, hi guys. Is there anything I can help you with? You look a little bit lost.
We're looking for Kordak.
Oh, Kordak! Kordak! And the guy who's stringing a bow looks up. Come here. That's a sigh. Puts the bow down. Walks over to you. Yes, can I help you? Oh, yes, Galen. What is it? Oh, these people were looking for you. Kind of turns to you, gives you a bow.
I heard that we.
Kordak at your service.
I
How
reach
can I
out
help?
to shake his hand with my ring in the hand.
He holds out his gloved hand, gives you a firm handshake.
Damn you! I slap him across the face.
See
I
what
was
you're doing.
Churchill. I go. I heard that you want us to.
He's
get
a Fletcher and he has
some for
gloves
you.
on? What?
He was doing something with a bow. I'm not getting into semantics of stringing bows right now.
Okay.
Sorry,
Spoilers.
Skaith, what was it you were saying?
I heard that you want us to get some herb for you.
Materials from the forest.
Oh,
Thanks, Edie.
yeah. Have you ever heard of it's Black Wolfsbane?
Maybe.
Well, there's a small grove northeast of here where it grows. We could use some of it for our festival later. If you happen to be out there, I'd appreciate if you grab some for us.
What's its use?
So we use it in
Smoke it.
making potions and drinks.
Do I have any idea
it's-
of what its use might be?
Same thing, because
So-
they're like herbalists.
We use it in some of our potions and our brewing. It's got a mild, how do I say, hallucinogenic effect.
Right.
Spices some of the drinks right up. But if you're going to get it, be careful. It emits this, what's the word? Strange, like pollen, almost gas-like, sniff that in, knock you straight to sleep.
Cover our mouths.
So careful when you go get it. Oh. Also, if you do head up that way and you find it, you might find Wilbur. Don't worry about Wilbur.
Who?
He tends the grove. Don't worry, little elemental guy. He's fine. Don't mess with him. He won't mess with you. He won't mind if you go grab a little bit from it. Just don't make a mess, otherwise he probably won't be very happy. But he's generally harmless. Don't worry about him too much. But yeah, if we don't need a lot. Just a few of the flowers themselves. Bring them back here, and I'm sure I can get something for you.
Black wolf's bane.
Black wolf's bane.
Alright, we'll keep an eye out.
Well, much appreciated. Well, there's nothing more. Or some bows to fix.
Sorry, where did you say the grove is? To the north?
Northeast.
Northeast, okay.
Gives you a courteous bow, heads back and starts doing his things. Okay, was there anyone else that you wanted to see? Anything else?
We were also going to talk to Bardin. I think he might have something for us too as well.
He kind of looks around. Bardin, where are you? You see a older gentleman pops his head out from one of the cameras. What do you want? Oh. We've got some people who want to see you. Oh, okay. And he hobbles out. He's carrying a little, hobbling along a little walking stick, tufts of grey hair. Hello, what can I do for you? As he hobbles.
Hello.
I believe you...
Now give my hand again.
He's just like, oh, sorry. He's kind of hobbled over his stick. Oh, he just gives you a nod. Sorry.
Come on, man.
I believe you may have a task for us to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, are you heading deeper into the forest, Sonny?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, if you come across there's a swampy area just to the north of here. I've heard rumour there's some trolls hanging around up there. If you happen to find them, and they happen to fall onto one of your swords, can you bring us a bit of their blood back? Right useful that stuff is. Great for potions and healing stuff. I could brew some nice stuff out of that for the chaps around here.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
Not a lot. Couple of vials will be fine.
Have you got the vials?
Wait here. And he kind of hobbles back, clutching his back. Oh, me old bones. Totters off. And he comes back.
While he's away, is there any other of the travellers in earshot?
Yeah, you kind of stand still in the centre of camp. You're kind of surrounded by them.
Okay, that's fine.
And he hobbles back with a small sack, sort of smashing, clinks as he gets, here, just fill these up. And he kind of holds a trembling hand up to you, and you grab it.
Ranus will grab them.
Oh, here you go, Sonny.
Here, I grab him like this and touch his hand.
As you kind of go, yeah, thank you. Here you go, Sonny. You got all mans, you do. And hands it back to you.
No effect?
Brilliant. Yeah, we'll see what we can do for you then.
Oh,
Do you have any?
You're mighty kind, you guys are. Oh.
Any advice on taking on trolls? Anything we should look out for?
They don't
I'll
like
take the bag.
fire. They don't like fire. Oh, me back. Oh. Yeah, burn them. They don't like fire.
Your back is due to your poor posture and your gait pattern.
I tell you,
Fix
he
that.
kind of lifts his stick up. I tell you what, Sonny, my posture is because of my bad back. Oh, this troll's blood you bring back probably helped me out with it, to be honest. Oh.
I'm just going to nip to the loo. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh. Now, if there's nothing more, I got stuff to do. Oh.
Would you know anyone, a hunter around here who's been around the woods a lot?
I don't know. Have a
The one
chat
in your
with.
camp?
Have a chat with. What's his? Have a chat with Vox. He dabbles in bits of naturey stuff. He might be able to tell you about the forest. Oh, now I'll go sit down. Oh, and he hobbles.
Do you
back.
want a physiotherapy massage or something? Because that's kind of just.
He turns to you.
You just need to stretch and
you-
just get some of those pressure points back in.
You what, Fred? You see his eyes wide. Small smile.
Sure.
Hey, follow me.
Uh,
What did she just get herself into?
I don't know.
He hobbles back into his cart. Stick down. There's like a makeshift like caravan type bed in there, and he drops his robes. He's got underwear on. He just lays on the bed and go on then. Get to work.
This isn't going to be nice. This is going to be medical.
Go ahead and make me a few medicine checks while you go through that.
Then, so he might not.
Gotta murder the man.
Yeah, this isn't the sweet, like, I think this is like going to be kind of mean.
That's fine. He doesn't expect that.
Good.
It's like
Where's my?
terror
I don't know if I'm pressing the right button here.
That's fine.
Chiropractors are evil.
We'll see when we get like
Blah,
17
blah.
medicine rolls. So the guy kind of pointed you over to one of the other sides. There's the guy whittling away at a piece of wood.
God, this is crap.
And Scalen says to you, did you want to have a chat with Vox? Do you want me to grab him?
Sure.
Excellent.
See what I'm pressing.
He goes, "What?" And as soon as he goes, you say, "Ah!" As poor Barden writhes in agony under the cleric's touch.
I particularly like the critical fail.
Yeah. As you're going along, you kind of
literally break his back.
everything's out like not where it should be, but you kind of try to pop a few bits back in place, and pop goes the shoulder. Oh crap! Pop it back in. And go. I'm just going to Fox. Young half-elven guy looks up.
He'll barely notice the back pain now. His shoulders back.
Yeah, whittling a piece
His
of wood.
shoulder's fine. It all works together in the end.
So the leg bones connected to
There's not much to work with here. Stop complaining. You put yourself in this mess.
Vox.
Yes. So, got a knife. He seems to be whittling down a piece of wood. Looks up. Yeah. These people want to talk to you. I'm sat here. Just whittling.
You're a hunter?
Sorry, can I just ask what the million medicine checks are for?
That was Johanna's attempt to fix Mr.
Every
Mister's
single
back.
stage of that massage from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did all right. We'll come back to that in a second. All you guys can hear is just wailing and
It's a massage, it's a
screaming
real life.
from that caravan right now as this guy is being absolutely tortured, and he's not getting what he thought he was getting.
I'm just gonna nudge to Scape and go, God, you'd hate to be left alone with Johanna, wouldn't you?
No happy end here.
Something else.
Anyway,
Something else.
so Vox, he basically continues whittling. He's like, "Yep, I'm here if you want to talk to me."
You're a hunter?
I'm thinking on the third roll, she remembered she was wearing the gauntlets.
Hunt? No, I don't hunt. I craft. I whittle. Bit of, enchant. You?
You know your way around the woods? Creatures of the woods?
I know my way around nature. Talk
What
to the
do
trees
you
every
look
now
for?
and again. Why? What's up? You looking for something? Can I help? Still whittling away.
We want to know if there's anything we should watch out for when we go deep into the woods.
Ooh.
Dangers lurking.
From what let's have a think. Whittling away, probably bears. If you're lucky, unlucky, might find an owlbear in there. Heard some trolls up in there. Yeah, stuff like that. Your normal beasts and miscreants. I heard some big wolves out there as well. Dire wolves.
Ooh. Whereabouts are those? Would you know?
I can ask.
Sure. Just so we can avoid them.
All right. Just hops off. Hops off the kind of the steps of the caravan that he was sat on. And he walks over to one of the trees, puts his hand on the tree. You see his eyes close. Takes a few deep breaths. Seems muttering to himself. A few seconds later comes back. I think they're heading around the far east, southeast part of the woods. Avoid there and you'll be alright.
Oh, thank you kindly.
It's alright. You going further in?
Yeah, we're looking for the Huntmaster of Corvin.
Oh, that guy, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
How many? They're around the northeast. Did you just say? Sorry.
Southeast.
Southeast. Okay, that's fine.
Well,
Did you happen to know where they went?
would you like me to ask?
Sure. If it's no trouble.
Could have said that first. Repeats the same ritual.
Could have asked.
You're not sure if he's going into the spell or ignoring you at this point. Close his eyes, hand on the tree. Comes back. I'll have to pin down that one. I'd say it's about a day's travel northeast-ish, give or take. At the moment, he could move by the time you get there, but it's a rough idea.
Okay, thank you.
That'll give us
Now,
a direction to go in.
actually, if you head in that way, it's a little bit more westerly of where that guy was, but there's a nice tree, old tree that grows in a grove not far from here, actually.
Does
Ironbark,
everybody have an errand for us?
pretty much, yeah.
Picking up quests.
It's an ironbark tree. If you happen to find it, it's easy to find. Grey in colour. Wood as hard as stone. If you happen to find it, bring it a branch. I can make some nice stuff out of it.
That'd be
Okay.
hard to carve.
Isn't it? If you
That's
don't,
fine.
no problem. But yeah, it's nice stuff. Make some nice stuff out of it.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Sorry?
That doesn't make any sense to me. The bark is really hard, then why would it be fun to carve?
Well, not carve, work. You got to work with the wood. Bring out what's inside. Don't just chop away at it. Take this, and he looks at what he's been whittling,
Eh,
and he shows you this lovely hand carved little wooden squirrel.
that's pretty impressive.
He pops it down next to him and just grabs another chunk of wood, probably about yay big, and starts going away.
Did you say you enchant?
Yeah, I can make little trinkets. Look at like this one. He reaches behind him. He pulls out a small beetle that's carved out of the similar type of wood. He snaps his fingers, and the beetle, wooden beetle, shudders. Then a couple of legs unfurl. It skitters around on the wood. Snaps his fingers again, and it stops. Goes back up.
Oh,
Neat.
I've got one of those too. And I'm pulling out ZZ. I'm like,
What the fuck is that? Now ZZ looks towards that little beetle. Nom, 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 nom. It starts trying to reach for it. Snap, 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 snap. Very nice. Not sure it's quite the same, but yeah.
We have a badger that does something similar.
Has ZZ grown since last time we saw him?
It's still the same size. A badger, you say? The badger's more my liking.
I put CC back in his
He is very cute.
little space.
Yeah.
So anyway, on to the million questions.
They can't show him the badger. I've got the badger. And apparently I am torturing a man.
Oh yes, you are currently. As you well, yeah, I'll be here if you need anything. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
No, thank you. Talk to you later. He gives you a smile. Not, it seems half-assed, but it's more in a laid-back, chill, I can't be bothered smile rather than a I don't like you half smile. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Goes back to what he's doing.
Yeah.
As you guys head back towards the centre of camp, you see Johanna walking out, cracking the knuckles, and you can just see the guy's arm sticking out from off the bed, twitching slightly. Thank you, dear. As you wander back down out of the caravan and rejoin with the rest of the group.
Take a bit of rest, drink lots of fluids. I promise you will be in absolute perfect shape by the festival. You just need to now rest it off. Okay? That's good. That's just what you need. Sleep and rest and fluids.
So Skaden gets back to the. Well,
Which
anything? Is there anything else that I can do for
Medical
you?
massage.
I want to know.
Is there anything else that you need? Are you looking to stay a while, or
No, I
can
think
make up some
we're
beds or
probably going to be
something?
off now, yeah?
you
What
sure?
time is
We
it?
have some,
So it's still
we have
only
some
about
jobs to
it's
do.
probably about midday at the moment. Hard to tell.
Yeah,
but-
we have jobs. We have jobs to do.
Yeah.
Well, if you need anything else, provisions, food, water, we've got plenty in stock. You're welcome to take some.
We have
with you.
loads of croissants at the moment, so I think we're good for food.
I love croissants. Oh, I haven't had a croissant in so long. They make the best. I hear they make some really good ones in Corvin, but I've never had the chance
They're
to go
not
in.
that good. They're not
Really?
that good.
Oh.
Yeah. They're kind of
Here,
disappointing.
I grab one off.
Pretty good.
I grab one off Johanna and give it to him. A helping us.
Is this what I think it is?
Bet you kid.
Mine?
Or yours.
Oh yes.
Kind of like he almost like hoards it like a child with a small toy. Nom, 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 nom. Ah, so
They
good.
were good.
You're welcome back anytime. We'll be here if you need us. He kind of takes a small bow. Good day. He gives you a bow, and he heads back towards one of the fires and starts. Looks like he's prepping some food or something.
Aw.
Are you heading out into the forest, or do you want to hang around a little bit longer?
No, I think.
Into
Are we
the
heading
forest.
north?
Let's go.
Heading north?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so you
What's
guys,
slogan?
as you head out of the camp,
About the trolls, guys. I don't feel like fighting those trolls with just a little blood.
He should be fine now anyway.
We should. Yeah, he sounded so fine.
so
Look,
Maybe we should
that is proper medical technique which I learned at the Sacred Helm from Dr. Mason himself. It's not designed to be nice, it's designed to be effective.
And it only cost me $99.
Shall
The
we
best way
probably
to lay on
should
hands
keep
is
the
using
It
them
trolls,
doesn't cost me anything.
trolls for last.
Yeah,
For
I
Logan.
would.
He might be in
I
danger.
would say that.
Actually.
And Logan's also in the similar sort of direction to everything else that we were asked to do as well. So
Yeah.
most of the things that you've kind of that you've been requested to do. So I will give you a list because that was a lot of information, a bit vague information. So I will write you a list out of those things. But most of it is heading some way either easterly or northeasterly, in order to find it. And just to review, so there was a request for Troll's Blood, Ironbark, and Black Wolf's Bane.
Both Bane.
And that, my friends,
Nice.
is where we'll end the session for today. We're at the maximum level of our time limit. So
No.
that's us done.
Well,
So
sorry, the last bloke we were speaking to, the enchanter, what was his name?
Vox. So we have Kordak,
Vox.
the hunter, Barden, the herbalist, and and Vox, the craftsman.
Oh, Vox. I thought I said Box.
No, VOX.
That's a well
Like
random name.
Vex, Vex, Vax, and Vox.
Their
Vox
long lost
Populi.
cousin.
So that's where we end the session and the stream. So for those of you who are watching on the stream, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.
Bye.
We'll be back in a week's time. So at the same time, kicking off at 7 o'clock GMT. Bye.
Woohoo. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.